Vamos a empezar. Sí, por favor, si se pueden ir sentando. Vamos a empezar. For the people that are connected by internet, welcome to the Meetup CulturalDeTour session. Y vamos a empezar primero dándole las gracias a don Ignacio Carrau, que es el vicepresidente del Ateneo Mercantil de Valencia. I'm thanking Mr. Ignacio Carrau, that is the Vice President of the Ateneo Mercantil of Valencia, that is one of the cultural institutions here in Valencia, in the heart of the city. Ignacio.
Buenos días. Forgive me, West, but my English level is not good, and I prefer to speak Spanish. Como vicepresidente del Ateneo y en nombre de la presidenta de la institución, que así me lo han encomendado, bienvenidos a este evento relacionado con la Unión Europea. Siempre lo digo, a los que sois socios, que alguno hay por aquí, estáis en vuestra casa y me alegra de veros otra vez. Y a los que no sois socios todavía, bienvenidos al lugar en el que esperamos y deseamos os encontréis como en vuestra casa. En un acto que para nosotros, para el Club de Innovación del Ateneo, no es sino expresión de lo que llevamos en nuestro ADN y que nuestro nombre indica. Somos el Ateneo Mercantil de Valencia y, por tanto, Ateneo, Cultura, Mercantil, Comercio, Industria, Innovación y Emprendimiento. Y es un acto más de demostración de que estamos por ello y más en tanto en cuanto sabemos y somos conscientes de que es un punto de valor referencial para nuestra ciudad de Valencia. Bienvenidos.
Yo quiero resaltar, Ignacio, que el Ateneo fue la primera institución de la Comunidad Valenciana que empezó a trabajar con el programa Startup Europe de la Comisión Europea. Yo creo que, ¿qué año fue, Manuela? 2016. Empezamos de la mano de Carmen de Rosa, los Ateneo Startup Europe Awards, que tantas startups se han identificado en distintos ámbitos. En el ámbito de creativo, yo recuerdo a la que es hoy, yo creo que el jurado eligió muy bien, porque es la actual presidenta de la Federación Valenciana de Municipios y Provincias, Rocío Cortés, que fue premiada por una aplicación con la cual también trabajamos para fomentar exposiciones de fotografía, bueno, y poder evaluarlo a través de Internet o de cultura. No nos puede acompañar, pero nos manda recuerdos. Bien, esa es una de las ediciones que seguimos haciendo. Para la Fundación Finova, que es una fundación valenciana con ámbito internacional, tenemos oficina en Bruselas, pero la central para toda España está en Valencia, pues es un orgullo organizar un evento de cultura y turismo aquí en la ciudad, en el Ateneo Mercantil. Luego, aparte, hay que entender, a los que no son socios todavía, aquí hay una biblioteca muy interesante, tienen incunables, que eso igual algún día se podría pedir una visita. Tiene una de las mejores terrazas de Valencia, eso ya para tomar copas, y sin más. Bien, sí que me gustaría invitar a María Ruiz, que es la responsable de la unidad de Turismo Cultural, que no sé si está por aquí. No, vale. Y luego sí que me gustaría que Mónica les dé unas palabras, aunque luego va a intervenir. Mónica, ¿vienes? Sí, Mónica. Mónica Comas es la coordinadora del Creative Europe Culture Desk de España. Entonces, sorry. Yes, I'm asking Mónica Comas. She's the coordinator of Creative Europe Culture Desk to Spain. I want to thank, she has come from Madrid, but is the right person to understand the future calls, because we are here also to try to to spread and to highlight the importance and the possibilities of new EU funding projects. Para los que no nos están, bueno, creo que tenemos un sistema, ¿verdad?, de traducción al castellano y también un tema de subtítulos que los que no lo entienden, bueno, los que nos estén escuchando, si ponen la slide anterior, por favor, donde se ve el código QR, aquí lo tienen. Y esto, sí. Sí, ahora María te llamamos. Sí. Aquí tienen el QR. Siéntate, Mónica, siéntate. Sí. El código QR. This is the QR provided from the startup that we are accelerating. N3, they are working with artificial intelligence, not only for the translation, but also for subtitles. Es una startup que estamos acelerando y que, por tanto, vamos a tener su apoyo tecnológico con inteligencia artificial para que todo esto se esté tanto traduciendo como con subtítulos. Y ahora sí, pues le decimos a María Ruiz si nos quiere acompañar un momento aquí en la inauguración como responsable de la unidad de Turismo de Cultura, pero primero, Mónica, Comas, you have the floor, please. No, just to say hello, perhaps to advance some bullet points of your presentation.
Okay. En primer lugar, muchísimas gracias por la invitación. Es un placer estar aquí con todos ustedes. Thank you so much for this nice invitation. So I'm the representative, the coordinator of the Creative Culture Desk here in Spain. And the idea of this program, for those that might not know what is the aim of the program, is to foster the cultural sector and the creative sector and to give opportunities to all those creators and all those companies and all those like enterprises that they want to promote in their activity, and they want to give a transnational, a European dimension to their projects. So in a little bit, I'm going to tell you more about all these funding opportunities that I hope that they are very interesting for you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. After you, in the break, I suggest to you to do lobby and advocacy to understand how the new projects. And of course, we have Creative Europe, but we have other EU funding financial tools as Interreg, Erasmus, or others, but we will explain later. And now, yes, we have María Ruiz, head of the Culture Tourist Unit of the Tourists of the Comunidad Valenciana, is the regional government of Valencia. And okay, you have the floor. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bueno, muy buenos días a todos. Good morning. It's a pleasure for me to be here today in the opening of this international meeting, Meet Up Spain, Opportunities for Cultural Tourism, as part of the European program, the Tour Creativa, more or less, sharing this time with you this morning. I'm here on behalf of the Regional Minister of Tourism, Nuria Montes, who was not able to attend this morning because due to previous appointments. I'd like to thank Finnova, not only for the invitation, but also for playing an active role with cultural tourism. And I also want to welcome you all, especially those guests coming from Slovenia, Greece, and other parts of Spain. I wish you a nice and productive time with us. And well, as a professional of cultural tourism, where I've been working for more than 20 years in the region of Valencia, I would like to congratulate you for this initiative, which aims to provide participants with competencies for sustainability in the cultural tourism industry. Valencia region, and of course Valencia city, is an important tourist destination, which welcomed last year 28.5 million tourists, 10.2 of them being foreigners. Last year, talking specifically about cultural tourism, statistics are not so perfect, but well, what we have, the information we have is that last year we had nearly 400,000 tourists that came to Valencia, to the region, for cultural reasons. Doesn't mean other people don't take part in cultural activities, because our statistics say that 30% of our tourists take part in cultural activities. But well, that's something we could speak about, because when you visit a city, for instance, it doesn't matter what you do, everything is cultural, because you are just moving to get to know a new city, a new way of life, and the rhythm of life, of place. Tourism in Valencia region, as in many other places, is going through a period of fast growth. Now it represents 16% of GDP. That means we are facing, or will have to face, I think we are already facing, new challenges that we need public bodies and also the trade to face directly. I think I would like to highlight two concepts that I think they are essential at this point of tourism, cultural tourism. One of them is sustainability. We speak about economical sustainability, about environment, medio ambiente, no me sale ahora la palabra. But talking about cultural tourism, I really think that we have to think a lot about social sustainability. This is a crucial concept for cultural tourism, because we need to be able, destinations need to be able to keep their identity and to make life pleasant for the citizens. So, I mean, we have to combine growth with this social sustainability. Is essential, and we are facing problems all over the world about this concept. Is something we have to work a lot with. And the second one would be innovation. Everything is changing and we have to adapt. Tourists are different and their expectations are also different. So we have to develop policies from the administration and to offer products from companies that are innovative. We are working quite a lot in this brand in the Valencia region tourist board with a program we have called Turismo, which tries to boost, to support new initiatives, new products in the market. Well, I'm very happy to know that there are 2 Valencian companies taking part in the program. One of them is working with us in Turismo, offering sustainability, innovation, and all that you are really aiming for. Well, I'm sure this program will be useful for participants, offering workshops, mentoring, advice, opportunities of financing, and every digital competencies. I wish you have a profitable experience with the program and a nice stay here with us in Valencia. Thank you.
María, sí. María, ven para una foto. ¿Sí? ¿Aquí?
Donde me digáis.
Los de comunicación siempre mandan. Okay. Thank you very much, Maria, because we will come back to you, to the government of Valencia, to try to promote new consortia with this nice experience. Why not Europa Creative, a big scale new initiative in the future, with your permission, Monica. And we have here the right partners. I would like to ask Cristina. Cristina, please, you are come here to the front. She's our Greek partner, Kalimera, and she's she has been from the first beginning in the creation and the writing of the proposal that was finally approved. From Finova Foundation, we try always to scale up the projects. Okay, we have this nice project, this CulturalDeTour project. Why not to think in transforming Maria in an Interreg culture with other regions, with some regions as Greece. We are ready to do that, or also for us it's quite important all what is vocational training, that this year up to 8 May it was the European year of skills, of new skills in culture, coming back to innovation, and we are working in innovation. At the end of the session today, we will try to convince to you to work with another program that is called Futurism. It's a project of 4 million euros. We are in a consortium also with Cristina, and we are going to announce today when we are going to launch that call to subsidize with 20,000 and 30,000 euros 202 best small and medium enterprises in all over Europe. And of course, cultural tourism companies that are innovative, digital, etc., will be more than welcome. We will launch that on the next 27th September, is the European Day of Tourism. And that's it. I wanted just to share why we are here in Finoa Foundation. One of our priorities, we have other priorities, 5, but one of them is tourism, innovation in tourism. And we are now living in a difficult momentum with all this massification, gentrification, that is logic, that creates social tension. We have to learn how to use new technologies to manage better all this. For example, if 2 cruises arrive at the same time to Valencia, they collapse the center of Valencia. And they are not going to spend a lot of money because sometimes they come with the bag, with the sandwich. They are not going. Okay, we have to find ways of managing better that. That's what we call a smart destination. About culture, Europe is the first tourist destination. And again, Europe has tremendous contents of cultural heritage, Greece, Italy, in all over Europe. We have a lot of contents to explain. But what we can see is how in media is United States who has the leadership in cinema. Okay, let's try to work in valorizing that content. Okay, from Finova, we are in the field of promoting new EU funding opportunities. I'm a little bit sad because Spain is the worst member of the European Union, 27th, in absorbing the structural funds. I'm talking of period 2014-2020 with the rule N+3 2023. It means we have more than 20,000 million euros that has not been justified at the moment. Okay, we hope that all the public administrations are working hard to finish better at the end of the year. But allow me to share this concept. Never in the life will be all these financial resources as today. Why? Because we are in the program Next Generation that will finish in 2016. That means a lot of funding from Next Generation. In parallel, all the funding from structural funds. In parallel, all the funding from Horizon Europe. And of course, in Horizon Europe, innovative projects, cultural projects in the field of research with universities could participate. Again, there is a program I have mentioned, Interreg, interregional cooperation. Why not in the field of entrepreneurship, culture, media? What about also of the program Erasmus? Erasmus, I'm not talking of the Erasmus for mobility of students, but Erasmus for vocational training, 20,000 million euros, because also the people from the culture sector and culture tourism, they need For example, how to develop new skills in artificial intelligence or in whatever, in digital marketing, in digital contents, in recreation, in whatever. Please feel free. All the ideas we try to inspire during today come back to us, because with the help of our international partners from Slovenia, they have been traveling yesterday all the day. It's not so easy. We have not yet a direct flight from Slovenia or to Greece. We will be able to work. Anyway, now Mónica Comas is going to, as coordinator, to explain the European funding opportunities. Sí, sí, sí. Que me sabe mal que te levantes.
No pasa nada. Hi, good morning. Thank you, Juanma, for your introduction. Thank you so much for being here, for your time, as the on-site people or the online that also greeting with us today. So for them, and for you too, if you want to ask some questions to the speakers panels that we are going to have next in the morning, you could scan this QR code and ask your questions in the comments, okay? It's a LinkedIn post, so if you don't find it here, or if you can't scan the QR, you just get into the Finova Regio LinkedIn and you can ask your questions there, okay? Just to remind that, also for the people who is joining us online, that you can develop your questions there in LinkedIn. And just a quick reminder, or what is going to be the structure that we are going to have today. Next to the institutional panel, I would like to explain to you, Juanma already give that methodological, the strategic position, but just to make sure that you all know what we are going to do today, because we are going to have a speakers panels, but also we're going to have a pitch session. So we are going to explain all the things on entrepreneurship, tourism, and cultural. So we are going to have this first panel. Juanma already told us about the European funding, but then he will explain better about the deadlines, about how are the tips to make that project. And also with Mónica Comas, we are going to have that European opportunities. Then we are going to have a speakers panels about the good practices in the tourist, cultural, and entrepreneurship. So we have experts here today with us that we are going to talk. And then we have a third block that is the demo day. We are going to have 12 pitching companies in tourism, cultural, and entrepreneurship topics from Spain, Slovenia, and Greece. And then we are going to have a presentation of girls that also have a resolve challenge in these competences, okay? So that's the order of the day. So now I'm going to give the floor to Juanma, to Mónica. Okay, yes. That detail. Okay, I'm Manuela, with some of you, with the speakers. Mostly, I've been writing all these days, try to arrange the event. And I'm in Finova in the communication department, but specifically with projects in cultural topics and tourism. So I'm so happy to be here today, and I hope that you enjoy all the topics that are very interesting. And I think that it's a good platform, spotlight, to talk about the European funds that sometimes are rare for the people or not too familiar. And I think it's so important that we start to know what are European funds and what are so important in Europe and for all of us. So now, Mónica.
Manuela is master in culture.
Okay, so thank you so much again. And yeah, for me, like before I start with my presentation, it is very rewarding, like to be here and to see the projects in situ, because one of the jobs that we have at the office is to promote the funding, right? And we have like the people, the creative sector that they want to apply for funding, but then when they submit their application, so we might get in touch also, but then we don't know about the project, yeah? And today I have the opportunity to see how this project is working, and also to see, in this case, how Slovenia, Greece, and Spain got together, and they actually made this project more like international, transnational, with this European dimension. So it's great to see that with all of you. So I'm going to give you an overview of the main features of the program, yeah, how it works and what do you need and what do you have to do to apply for the program, so you get to know of the financial lines that it has. So, see, do I here? Okay, so I can just do it myself, yeah. So I guess it's here, and do I click this way? No, this way?
That way, I think.
Some way? Let me see. Okay, it works. Okay, so the Creative Europe program is a specific program of the EU that fosters the creative and cultural sectors, right? This is the one. This is a program for that. And it has two main objectives. The first one is to promote the cultural diversity and cultural and linguistic diversity of Europe. And also, and very important, to increase the potential of the CCI, of the cultural and creative industries, yeah? So the European Commission is aware that the culture makes like, helps the society to develop, and it's a matter for wealth, yeah? So they want to promote the cultural sector because it creates like employment for people, and it also fosters the collaboration and the cohesion of Europe as a society. So the creative program has like three, let's say, sub-programs. One is the culture one, in which, as you can see, it covers a wide range of sectors, yeah, from the visual arts, performing arts, architecture, literature, fashion, right? And then we have two other sectors, the media one that covers cinema and audiovisuals, and then the cross-sectoral program, which is a mixture of both culture and media. So this is the budget that the European Commission devotes to this program for this period of time, 2021 to 2027. So, and you can see how the budget is distributed into the three sub-programs. This budget increased from the previous period, basically to face the crisis that the COVID-19 brought. So they just put on more money to boost the cultural and creative industries. So the participating countries, as you can see, are the 27 member states of the European Union, but also it goes like broader than that. So you have here like the list of countries that can participate and can be partners, right? And can lead projects under this program. So just in Europe and beyond the European Union. The funding is divided into different chapters. We call them chapters of funding. And here you have the main ones. And the one which is like, let's say, the most well-known and most important because of the funding is also higher for that line of funding, let's say, is the cooperation projects, right? The other one are like more specific for like specific like initiatives, let's say, but under the cooperation projects, you can find like many projects, like the one that is the subject of today was funding under this line of funds. So I'm gonna tell you like a few features of the cooperation projects so you get to know how it works and what are the requirements to apply. So the main idea of this line of funding, it's like a transnational, a European dimension, yeah, getting together with other European countries to work together and to implement this project, yeah, that will be like better if you do it in cooperation, co-creation, collaboration with other European countries, yeah, like this project that we are going to talk today about. And it basically, the idea is like to work together to cooperate, innovate, cross-border mobility, all these European and transnational and cross-border dimension. And then through this initiative, it also aims to like improve access to European works, right? And also to help implementing innovation, creation, digital tools. So it's like very well connected to all these other initiatives that they have mentioned before. So the same words that you will hear here are the ones that they use for other like innovative projects. So it has like three different categories to partner with. So it goes from the small one in which three countries partner together, and you have a specific budget for that. And then we have the medium one, which is 5 countries, and the large one, which is 10. And depending on how many partners you have, then the funding changes. Like, for example, the project that we are going to see today, it's a small one, like 3 partners, right? Yeah, that get together and cooperate and co-create together and make the project better. So the objectives of this line of funding, the cooperation projects, are basically 2. One is the idea that I have already mentioned, like transnational circulation and creation, yeah, transborder, yeah, getting like doing your project like not only national and regional, so giving it like a broader scope, right, in the European countries. And then also the other objective of the program is the innovation, right? Yeah. So to help the CCI, right? Yeah, to innovate, to develop new talent, yeah, to generate more jobs, to grow, yeah, all these ideas about innovation. And then also, as you can see here, it has like this line of funding. It's very broad. So it has like 6 priorities, let's say, in which the projects focus on, right? And 2 of them or 1 of them, which goes from like developing new audiences, social inclusion, sustainability, which is one of the main topics of our day today, digital tools, the digitalization of the arts, yeah, and the creation, and also the international dimension that I have already mentioned. And then there is like a priority which changes every year, right? Yeah. And in this case is to support the Ukrainian, sectors, right? But as you can see, it's very broad. So many like different projects can apply for this funding, right? Because it covers a lot of, ideas and concepts. So here you have a list of projects that can be funded, right? And the general idea of that is this European added value, right? Yeah. So this is the idea that it is under the projects in Creative Europe. Yeah. So you partner together to make your project better, right? Yeah. So any idea that you have, it could be many things, as you can see, like residencies, developing tools, networking, reports, activities that include like different audiences. So it's very broad as long as it has a European dimension, right? And then something like a project that is local, right? There's no like transnational cooperation that is not object of this funding, right? Because the main idea, the core of the program is this transnational cross-border activities. So to apply, those are the requirements that an institution needs to have to participate. So first of all, is like it aims at legal entities, right? Yeah, and it has to be one of the participate countries that we saw before. Then you get the PIC number, which is something that you do online, which is simple, right? And then you decide how many partners you want to have, 3, 5, or 10. Then it requires like 2 years of legal experience. And basically that's it, right? Yeah. So as long as you fulfill these requirements, you have the idea, you partner together, you co-create. So then there you go, you can apply for that. And how do we start a project? Yes, so I'm sure that we will learn about that today a lot. But the main idea is that you identified an opportunity for your sector, right? And you start working on that, right? So you make like this opportunity, like a need for creation, right? And collaboration, right? Then you get together with a partner, which adds value to the project. And then you organize your project, right? Yeah, as any project that you could organize. And finally, I just want to show you like 2 or 3, like very briefly, projects funded by the Creative Europe, which are connected, which are related to the sustainable cultural tourism, which is the topic of today, to see that it has like a capacity right here. So it can be funded, yeah, by this program. For example, this one, in which Spain collaborates as a partner, it's to the revitalization tools to boost post-mining areas through sustainable cultural heritage tourism. So it's like tools, right? Yeah, to make these post-mining areas like better known, yeah, so people get attracted to them and they add value and cultural interest on those areas, for example. And you have here another one, which is more related to innovation, the Web 3.0. This is an accelerator for sustainable cultural tourism. So here you use like digitalization and digital tools, right, to boost the cultural tourism. So those are examples like for your sector that you can take a look, right? Yeah. And then you can, see what the previous projects have done, right? You have many more. And then just finally, I'm going to show you where you can find like partners, yeah? Because sometimes this is the question. I have a project, yeah, but I need a partner or like more than one, yeah? So you have two tools, right? Two portals. One is the platform of results for the funding and tenders portal. And here you can go and look for partners, right? Yeah, which is one of the partners and ideas, right? Both of that, ideas for the project and partners. And then we have another place in which you can look for ideas, which is at the European Commission platform. So there you also can see other people projects that they have been beneficiary. So you have many more projects, right? Yeah. So this is the main information that I wanted like to share with you. But anything that you want to ask later on today or by phone, email, this is our task, yeah, to support all the participants through their application process, help them finding partners and revise the application form. So this is what our tasks, right? So I think that's it, yeah, like to start with. And again, thank you so much for your attention.
Thank you so much, Monica, as well for your travel. She is with us today, but she traveled from Madrid. So thank you so much for giving us this information. And now we are going to listen to Juanma, that he is going to talk about these different programs that could be an opportunity in tourism, entrepreneurship, and also in culture. So now you have the word, Juanma. You have the...
Okay, thank you very much. Now we are going to run. Okay, Finova, very fast. We are a foundation, non-profit organization, no man-wrapped interest, and we are in the field always of innovation in different fields. Culture, young people, we have an interesting program to host young people in Brussels, to try to train them about EU funding, EU management, EU communication, EU legislation. Last year, 80 young people were in Brussels, from Spain, some from Greece, some from Italy, or from Portugal. I'm from Italy. Okay, about tourism. We are now in the middle of the agenda for tourism. And again, culture, all what is protecting heritage, patrimony, it can be one of the accelerators for tourism. We have that excellent public tool in Europe, in Spain, that is Paradores, for example. It's a program, is hotels, public hotels that protect that. Okay, Creative Europe, we have there the budget, okay? And what we would like, here we have representatives of museums, we have representatives from Slovenia, from Greece, we have also people that are in streaming, and okay, let's try to create new consortiums. I want to say hello, Ana Magraner, who was in the European Commission. Thanks for coming, and in the DG Culture and with the managing the European Year of Creativity. Okay, about CulturalDeTour. It's a small scale project, 200,000 euros, with involved Greece, that is Cristina, and also with the people from Artur in Slovenia. Okay, and here in this program, we have seen that we are aligned with the objectives of United Nations, Industrial Innovation and Infrastructure, and the 13. Okay. About what our commitment is to organize 4 national workshops in the language of each participating country, 2 transnational workshops. One is this here today, individual mentoring on sustainable business models, access to sector experts for personal advice, and opportunity for networking and exchange of best practice. Allow me to say that some of that 30 startups, they have very good contents, and we are now accelerating them to transform their idea in an Interreg program, for example. Here we have the participants. From the 30 companies, 15 are from Spain, 4 are from Greece, and 11 are from Slovenia. Of course, Spain is a very big country, and it can explain why. Okay, here we have all these startups that after a process, we wanted to identify that neuronas, that good ideas, that best practice. And okay, we have excellent companies that we are pretty sure that in the future will grow a lot. And coming back to that, how to scale this concept, we have the Interreg Nesmet, smart, green, inclusive, and effective governance. Why not to think in culture tourism in the region of Mediterranean? About Nesmet, you have seen, you can see that it's open for the other part of the Mediterranean. We're talking of Egypt, of course, into Europe, Cyprus, Spain, France, not all France or not all Spain, the Mediterranean part, region of Valencia. Maria, perhaps it's a tool that has to be led from a region. And we have done everything today just to convince to you to lead an Interreg project, perhaps for entrepreneurship and cultural tourism. Okay, Jordan, Malta, Palestine, Portugal, Tunisia, Algeria, or Turkey. Okay. About Interreg Nesmet, see the impact. 200 million people, 15 countries. Okay, and what is new is Algeria and Turkey. Okay. We have Euromed project, something similar, but into Europe. Okay. About the cooperation area in cooperation in Interreg Euromed, 69 regions of 14 countries. Okay. You have the website. Okay, we have in Finova, we have been working in Interreg, I think in 6 Interreg. Sí, para que se me oiga mejor. Gracias, Manuela. Okay, we have the Interreg Napoctep. POCTEP is the Interreg program Portugal, Spain. Okay, and we have done about all what is the cultural heritage of the impact of the Napoleon in Spain. Okay, about Erasmus, just to say it has not published yet, but around October will be the deadline. We are talking of projects 100% subsidized. They advance the 80% more or less, and from 30,000 euros up to we can arrive to 400,000 euros. What is quite interesting there is a Erasmus call that we can cooperate with entities in Latin America or in Mediterranean. Why not in the new skills required from the people of culture in the museums or the people from tourism? Okay. This is the bet call, 400,000 euros. What is a lot of money to develop new skills? And I'm pretty sure that the needs from managers of museums or for why not to do a program to train the civil servants that work in tourism as guides or just to understand how to do better with new technologies. Okay. I would like, we are talking, one of our priorities is entrepreneurship. I would like to explain what Erasmus for Young Entrepreneurs is. Young does not mean age of the people. It means the time you have been an independent or entrepreneur. That means it can be a young entrepreneur of 70 years old that has been less than 3 years has been working all the life as an employee, and now with 70 years or with 65 years develops his own startups. It means if you have been more than 3 years time as a startup, for example, you, Ignacio, you could host here a lawyer from other country that comes with you up to 6 months, just learning from you with your experience, and vice versa. If you are, because we see here young people with us, there are people from university also. Okay, you can go if you have a clear idea or not a clear idea and you want to develop, you can go to other European country with the help of the European Commission, and it's around 900. I don't know why it's not in the website. Is in the slide. Is around 900 euros, and plus the insurance. And okay, the requirements is to prepare a business plan, a first business plan. You don't need even to have to be as independent. It can be someone that has an idea and to develop. Okay. About the single market program is 4.2 billion euros. In Spanish, 1 billion is 1,000 millions. Okay. There will be some calls. We have participated in 2 of them. One is Futurism. Is this project that we are very proud of. 4 million euros, 36 months, with, you can see, a lot of partners. We have here the Valencia City Council, and here we have someone from Las Naves. You can stand up, okay? Las Naves, you have to do lobby with them, especially the tourist startups from Valencia, because on the 27th September, we will launch the EU funding call to offer up to 30,000 euros for the scale-ups, 20,000 euros for 60 companies, okay? And we have, this is a consortium, Croatia, Spain, Belgium, Greece, Austria, and Poland. And of course, this program is different than the CulturalDeTour, but cultural, innovative tourist companies are more than welcome if you are listening to us, okay? You have all the information. 4 million euros is a lot of money. And the importance is not just that 30,000, 20,000, but it will be also an acceleration program, Startup Europe Accelerator, to explain how, for example, for the companies that are in the field of waste management from the hotels, how to become that a European Union project, a live project of 3 million euros. We have been working with this methodology with the DG Connect, European Commission, Startup Europe. It means we try to identify concrete challenge, and the challenge can be whatever, in the field of energy, environment, in the field of culture. We are quite interested in all the contents about culture and as a pedagogic tool for protecting environment. It's because of that we have last year we launched the first land art call, about firefighting, okay, about an international photography event. After the companies we are working with, the startups, we have the Startup Europe Accelerator that pretends to facilitate the access to EU funding, to understand the future legislation, the EU marketing, and okay, all the different European Union tools available. Okay, that's some of the events we have organized. Okay, now we have opened some challenges that in the field of green cities and smoothing, in the field of tourism. We are working with not only with the European Commission, but with United Nations tourism. And here we have one of the, from 2017, with the president of Ateneo Mercantil, some years ago, 2017, when we were working, we started, and also Mundo Arti is the company I was mentioned before. The owner is the president of the Federation of Municipalities, Rocío Cortés. She came to Brussels with an Erasmus entrepreneurship program. She was with us 6 months. And okay, thanks to she learned how to apply to Horizon 2020, and she obtained 50,000 euros, and now the company works. And she has become politician. We have had the support of different, here we have the Commissioner Gabriel at the time from startups. Also in the photo is our colleague Lola Bordas. She's managing all what is female entrepreneurship. And you have my mails and everything. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Juanma and Monica. And with these valuable contributions, we finish now this first panel of European fundings. Now we are going to pass with the speakers panel. So I'm going to ask to the speakers to come here in front and sit, and then I'm going to call for your intervention. So we welcome to Mar Beltrán. You can, Mar is here? No, I don't think so. Okay, so Josep Albert Cortés. Begoña Posas is here. And Juan María Sánchez, and is here too. So welcome, you can sit here. We have microphones of hand. If you want to speak from there or from here, it's up to you, okay? I think we are going to start to Mr. Joseph, that I think you are going to catch a fly in the next hours. So, okay. So a little bit introduction. We continue with Josep Albert Cortés. He's a director and manager of the CEU Mark Foundation. He's graduated in line from the University of Valencia, and currently he's managed that foundation that has also museums in charge. And this foundation is which the Generalitat Valenciana, the Provincial Council of Alicante, and the Alicante City Council are part as the funding patrons, as well as the Ministry of Culture of the Government of Spain. So it's up to you, and thank you for attending our invitation, Joseph.
Gracias, buenos días. Agradecer a la organización, a Juanma y a Finnova el haberme sacado del despacho. La cuestión es que no hablo inglés y cuando ya pasamos de los 55, pues es una cuestión a tener en cuenta. Y además tengo que dejarles porque voy a Málaga a un encuentro de ICOM España, también relacionado con un tema parecido al de hoy, de turismos y museos, ¿no? Está esto en el candelero. Decirles en primer lugar que participo de la idea general de que en nuestra comunidad, en la comunidad valenciana, el sol y playa es muy importante. Pero además hay que integrar en una estrategia común no solamente las reformas hoteleras o las capacidades de nuestras infraestructuras, sino además la oferta cultural. Y cuando hablamos de la oferta cultural, que es lo que he venido a contarles hoy aquí, incluimos los museos y en el caso de Valencia, pues el patrimonio monumental o edilicio, que es fantástico, la recuperación de nuestros entornos urbanos, de nuestros cascos antiguos y además, en el caso de Alicante, que es de donde vengo yo, pues la posibilidad de retomar y poner en valor aquellos yacimientos arqueológicos, archaeological site, que son el legado de nuestros antepasados y que poniéndolos en valor y dotándolos de un uso nuevo, pues se permite la visita y la accesibilidad para que todos puedan disfrutar de ellos a través de una acción pública, ¿no? Que esta es la utilidad de los impuestos de todos los ciudadanos. Desde este punto de vista, decirles que el MARC, el Museo Arqueológico de Alicante, nace en el año 32, en enero del 32, y a partir de ese momento tiene una evolución como los museos provinciales, dependientes de las diputaciones o de los gobiernos provinciales, ¿no? A partir de mediados de los 80, con la incorporación de jóvenes conservadores en la plantilla del museo, se plantea la posibilidad de desarrollar un museo moderno, coincidiendo con el paso de las competencias en sanidad desde el gobierno central a las autonomías y el vaciado del antiguo hospital provincial de Alicante. Se decide finalmente que el nuevo museo vaya allí. Se inaugura en mayo del 2002 por Su Majestad la Reina Ana Sofía. En anterioridad lo había inaugurado el presidente de la República, Niceto Alcalá Zamora, y pasamos de unos 100 metros cuadrados de superficie a 10.000. La Diputación plantea la configuración de una fundación, que es la que yo represento, en la que afortunadamente pues, se incorporan como patronos fundadores no solo la propia Diputación Provincial, sino el Gobierno Autonómico, la Generalitat Valenciana, el Ayuntamiento de Alicante, además de entidades financieras como la CAM o Caja Murcia en origen, ahora siguen la Caixa y otras entidades financieras como el Banco Sabadell. Eso lo que nos permite es tener la agilidad de plantearles el modelo de una colaboración público-privada a través de encomiendas de gestión, que es lo que la administración pública ofrece, entregando encomiendas de gestión para la gestión del servicio de atención al público, la gestión de visitas, la gestión de limpieza, los servicios de personal en sala, de seguridad, de exposiciones, de eventos culturales, de comunicación, etcétera, etcétera. De manera que nosotros, nuestra actividad como fundación va en un marco administrativo de encomiendas de gestión. Este es un museo de todos, es un museo que ha tenido una trayectoria fundamental a lo largo de nuestro devenir. Estamos pronto de cumplir los 25 años desde la nueva, digamos, ubicación. En el 2004 obtuvimos el premio Mejor Museo de Europa y esto nos relanzó, lo que hizo de un proyecto muy local, muy provincial, a un proyecto internacional y puramente europeo. Esta es nuestra certificación en calidad turística, fuimos los primeros en conseguirla. También estamos en los sistemas del SICTED de turismo y en los objetivos de desarrollo sostenible. Además, planteamos una guía de servicios para obtener ingresos extraordinarios con el alquiler de nuestros espacios, el salón de actos, la sala de juntas, la biblioteca, el jardín del museo, en donde se hacen eventos de muy diversa índole. De manera que la filosofía es que el museo esté abierto a toda la ciudadanía y que lo viva como propio, como una de las estrategias básicas para permitir que desde el ámbito público a la hora de las inversiones pues, se tenga en cuenta el retorno social y la utilidad social de este recurso a nivel de integración, de accesibilidad, de permitir la permeabilidad de todos los públicos, ¿no? La cafetería. También la norma de accesibilidad a través de procesos. Esta es una parte importante que hay que tener en cuenta, que es la formación del personal en procedimientos ya arreglados y normativizados para que de manera continuada, hoy estoy yo, pero mañana hay otra persona y hay un procedimiento estándar que seguir, que encima está auditado y que encima tiene, esta es una clave fundamental en todas las organizaciones que se precien de actuar en un marco como la Europa de hoy. En el ámbito de la didáctica y de la accesibilidad, somos un museo de referencia, tenemos una unidad didáctica propia, no es un departamento, es una unidad. Está equipada con 6 personas de plantilla, además de los monitores y además del personal que las asiste. Y ahí la estrategia es esta. El cambio de paradigma respecto de los colectivos con distintas capacidades ocurre a inicios del año 2000, cuando las propias entidades que reúnen y aunan a familiares y a personas con determinadas discapacidades dan a entender a nivel turístico también y a nivel cultural y a nivel general en la sociedad que son también un nicho de negocio. Estas personas también viajan, estas personas también visitan teatros, cines, hoteles, playas y son un colectivo que antes de salir de casa, a golpe de clic, programa sus vacaciones, programa sus estancias y programa dónde quiere ir. Antes de ir a una playa no accesible, ir a una playa accesible. Antes de ir a un hotel no accesible o no adaptado, ir a un hotel adaptado. Y antes de ir a un museo o a un yacimiento no accesible, ir a uno accesible. Y esto lo notamos a través de nuestras reservas en la página web. El cambio de paradigma nuestro en el 2005 fue ya no asistir o asistir a congresos o a seminarios que explican prácticas para captar este tipo de públicos, sino al revés, ponerse al servicio de las asociaciones de personas sordas, las asociaciones de discapacitados psíquicos. Trabajamos algo así con 45 o 50 asociaciones o entidades que defienden los intereses de determinados colectivos, y lo que hacemos es colocar el museo y nuestros recursos como una herramienta al servicio de manera que no solo a partir de ese momento hemos convertido en prescriptores de nuestra actividad a las representaciones de las asociaciones, a los familiares y a los propios usuarios, y no tenemos plantillas de 1000 y pico personas, sino que además están preparadas y adiestradas para hacer las visitas a sus iguales, para desarrollar sus actividades más allá de las asambleas, de las reuniones que tienen, etcétera, etcétera, de manera que el MAR como museo es un espacio acogedor, inclusivo, perdón, y además que les permite estar en la actividad cultural que les es más cercana de manera directa, participando de manera directa. Junto con todas estas asociaciones, trabajamos con más de 900 centros escolares de toda la provincia, también de Valencia, también de Albacete, de Murcia, de Cartagena, en el sentido de la didáctica. Y la didáctica no como un tour operador que lleva en fin, al grupo de turistas a la sala y lo recoge dentro de media hora a la salida del museo o del yacimiento, sino en la propia aula. De manera que en septiembre, cuando los profesores programan el calendario escolar, incluyen la visita al museo dentro de su currículum como una actividad propia, no extraescolar, de manera que la consellería, con el seguro que atiende los desplazamientos, etcétera, etcétera, cubre esto como una actividad lectiva. ¿Están dando prehistoria? Ven, visitan solamente la sala de prehistoria, visitan un yacimiento de esa época, realizan un taller y se vuelven al colegio. Las encuestas de evaluación que pasamos con posterioridad, los niños afrontan de una manera distinta el libro de texto después de la visita y toman un interés. Van avanzando en la temática de estudio, el mundo clásico, Roma, Grecia, el mundo íbero, la Edad Media, visitan la sala y vuelven. De manera que una misma clase pasa 4 veces por las instalaciones nuestras, y como es cíclico y se renueva porque van entrando. Ahora mismo, antes de venirme aquí, he mirado unos datos y estamos ya en un entorno de 24.000 escolares a lo largo de este año, de este 2024, y esto os da a entender la utilidad que tiene, además de para transmitir valores en el periodo de formación clave de las personas, como son que somos fruto de infinidad de culturas que nos han precedido, que han estado los fenicios, que se han quedado, que luego han venido los íberos, que se han quedado, y que somos parte de una amalgama cultural que nos ha configurado hasta llegar hasta hoy. Además del respeto al patrimonio, la posibilidad de introducirse en programas de voluntariado cuando van alcanzando una edad para participar en excavaciones, etcétera, etcétera, etcétera. Estos son los premios que hemos recogido a lo largo de nuestra trayectoria, más allá del premio europeo, el de turismo recientemente, el de didáctica y accesibilidad de Telefónica, el de la ONCE. Y además, la otra particularidad es que no solamente todas estas actividades y estas realidades se realizan en la Plaza del Doctor Gómez Ulla, dentro de unas 4 paredes, sino que además en los yacimientos y monumentos que también gestionamos desde la Fundación. Y esta es una cuestión muy importante porque además pone de manifiesto la, digamos, otra cuestión que tendrían que pensar ustedes, que es el convertir la acción cultural en agentes de desarrollo local, en intervenir en las comunidades, tanto de costa como de interior, para ofrecer oportunidades distintas a las tradicionales del campo, por ejemplo, en el interior, o generar espacios con los turoperadores turísticos, con los programadores, con las personas que se dedican desde el ámbito privado a programar rutas y hacer actividades. Esta es la Illeta del Campello. En el Campello, el municipio de Costa, que es un yacimiento envuelto por agua del Mediterráneo. Este es el Tosal, en Alicante, el Lucentum, la antigua ciudad de Lucentum. Esta es una torre almohade en Almudaina. Almudaina es una población de apenas 80 habitantes. A lo largo del año por Almudaina pueden pasar más de 2.000 personas en la visita de esta torre medieval. Las pinturas de arte rupestre de Castell de Castells en el Pla de Petracos, que son patrimonio de la humanidad, junto con todo el conjunto de arte rupestre del arco mediterráneo. La cava Gran de Agres, que es un nevero de nieve del siglo XVII. Y la cava de Laura en Beniarrés, que es un yacimiento neolítico de referencia internacional. En Petracos, en las pinturas, lo que hemos hecho ha sido impedir el acceso a las mismas para que la gente no se ponga a tocarlas, sacar unos paneles para, digamos, de alguna manera, advertir y ampliar las pinturas rupestres. En el municipio, que es la acción de desarrollo local, intervenir haciendo un centro de interpretación del arte rupestre. En la Illeta, lo que les he comentado, había una promoción planteada en los años 70 para la construcción de unos apartamentos. Esta es la peculiaridad básica de la Illeta, por eso se llama desbañets, porque son unos baños romanos excavados en la roca para la piscifactoría del emporio de la villa romana que allí se levantaba, la rehabilitación del espacio, el señalamiento de rutas, de recorridos históricos. Este es Lucentum, que también tenía una presión urbanística brutal en los años 60, era patrimonio del Estado y había un letrero que decía prohibido tirar basura. Intervenimos en la restauración y rehabilitación del espacio, en la recuperación del entorno, en la incorporación de pasarelas, la accesibilidad, los recorridos didácticos con los niños mientras los arqueólogos siguen excavando, las clases directamente en el propio yacimiento, las recreaciones de luchas de gladiadores y la conexión del mar a los yacimientos a través del tram. La torre medieval de Almudaina, que ya les he comentado, la cava Gran, el nevero de Agres, en un entorno cerca del Montcabrera, un espacio que es un parque natural de la Sierra Mariola, el centro de interpretación y el yacimiento de la cava de Laura en Beniarrés, que estaba siendo atacado por elementos vandálicos, la recuperación del espacio y la creación también otra vez en el mismo municipio de un centro de interpretación que permite explicar que aquello que se llama cova del Or no contiene oro, para que no lo asaltaran más, sino unos elementos arqueológicos hallados allí. Bueno, pues esto es todo. El mar, que es más que un museo, como pueden observar. Y muchas gracias a todos por su atención.
Thank you so much, Mr. Cortés. We are a few minutes late, so we appreciate to the speakers to maintain the times. So now we continue with participation of Begoña Poza. She's the director of the Natural Science Museum of Valencia, environmental technician for GPF and the Department of Work of the Generalitat of Catalunya. Welcome, Begoña.
Bueno, buenos días, muchas gracias a todos y gracias por la invitación. Muy bien. No, pues se oye bien, ¿no? Correcto. Bueno, os voy a hacer una pequeña presentación acerca del museo, entendido también como una forma o al final somos una entidad que también formamos parte de este circuito del turismo, digamos, como el último eslabón. Para los que no os conozcáis, el Museo de Ciencias Naturales de Valencia es de entidad pública, depende del Ayuntamiento de Valencia. Somos digamos, de los pocos museos de ciencias municipales que hay en España y este museo actualmente se encuentra en los Jardines de Viveros o los Jardines del Real. Y este museo tiene una larga trayectoria. Ahora os haré un poco un breve resumen de esta trayectoria y siempre, como podéis ver, es un museo de ahí su entidad municipal, pero muy relacionado a la propia ciudad y a la propia historia de Valencia, a sus ciudadanos. También dentro de nuestro ánimo, nuestro objetivo principal, tenemos que ser muy conscientes que somos servidores públicos, es decir, somos una entidad 100% pública, a la cual siempre, aparte de otras funciones que tenemos otorgadas los museos, siempre está el servicio a la comunidad, es decir, la parte de contenido de cultura científica que tenemos que dar a todos los ciudadanos como complemento a la escolarización obligatoria. Aquí podéis ver un poco un breve resumen. La historia del museo se inicia a finales del siglo XIX, en 1889, cuando Rodrigo Botet dio a la ciudad de Valencia, concretamente al Ayuntamiento de Valencia, una colección de mamíferos fósiles recuperada en Argentina del Pleistoceno suramericano. Esta colección científicamente tiene una gran importancia, ya que son los mismos elementos fósiles los cuales también recuperó Darwin en su expedición a lo largo del Beagle. Y en Europa es una de las mejores colecciones de mamíferos suramericanos que tenemos. Realmente esto fue el germen y el núcleo del museo. A inicios del siglo XX, esta misma colección fue el origen de fundarse el Museo Paleontológico de Valencia. Cabe decir que fue el primer museo paleontológico de España. El primero en fundarse fue el del Ayuntamiento de Valencia. A lo largo del siglo XX se instala en el edificio de Almudín, tiene su gran trayectoria y el museo empieza a ampliar no solo paleontológica, sino con todo de colecciones relacionadas con las ciencias naturales. Tiene una gran transformación a finales del siglo XX, inicios del siglo XXI, y es cuando en el año 2000 tiene un nuevo edificio incorporado, digamos, en los Jardines de Real. También una gran instalación porque previamente ya había como simulado pues un gran museo que al final pues se pudo recuperar aquel proyecto original, y en el antiguo restaurante de Viveros es donde hoy en día tenemos el Museo de Ciencias Naturales de Valencia. También en este momento fue cuando se cambió el nombre. El nombre fue cambiado y pasó de Museo Paleontológico a Museo de Ciencias Naturales. A partir de aquí, pues hemos heredado pues, este nuevo museo. Aquí sí que tenemos el gran cambio, ya no solo en la gestión de colecciones, sino también en la forma de divulgar estas colecciones. Aquí fue donde tenemos el gran cambio, sobre todo a la hora de se empezaron a realizar programas didácticos, así como exhibiciones permanentes y temporales. ¿Cuáles son o las funciones, como conocemos un museo, al igual que ha explicado, pues en el Museo concretamente de Ciencias tenemos, digamos, unas funciones que igual de cara al público general no se ven, pero que son muy importantes, y no las siguientes no llegarían a término, que es la conservación de especímenes, tanto tienen que estar disponibles en buenas condiciones para que se mantengan tanto actualmente como para futuras generaciones. Somos los depositarios de este patrimonio natural y somos los responsables de su buena conservación. Segundo punto, la investigación. Es decir, todos nuestros elementos están disponibles a la comunidad científica, tanto para hacer nuevas investigaciones como para hacer revisión de colecciones que la ciencia de manera continua se está trabajando. A partir de aquí, gracias a este material y al valor que las investigaciones adquieren a la pieza, nosotros podemos desarrollar planes de formación para educación reglada, tanto como después poder realizar exhibiciones y otro tipo de programas como libros o diferentes actos relacionados al público general, la comunicación de la ciencia para todos los públicos. Sí, relacionado con estas, si ahora nos enmarcamos al turismo científico, digamos, en estos últimos años que empezamos a, digamos, a categorizar el tipo de turismo, sí que podríamos hablar, o actualmente se habla de un turismo científico. Ese turismo científico, pues es aquellas personas que pueden organizar ciertos viajes con este interés. O bien porque visitan centros de ciencias o bien porque van a participar de esta ciencia. Dentro del turismo científico podemos o se distinguen 4 tipos de categorías. Turismo de exploración, turismo que participa digamos, de investigadores, que participa de la investigación, voluntarios o así como consumidor de cultura, pero con una parte, con un contenido científico. Basta decir que en lo que es el turismo que provenga de los científicos, últimamente este turismo está disminuyendo. ¿Por qué motivo? Porque los museos hemos empezado a digitalizar las colecciones. Por tanto, muchos de los elementos están disponibles online. Cabe decir que este turismo es menor, pero que por otro lado tenemos una contraprestación de que la ciencia avanza mucho más rápida. Por otro lado, tanto el turismo que ofrece aventura y exploración como el turismo voluntario, si hay buenas propuestas, tienen muy buena aceptación. Por tanto, este podría ser un nuevo nicho de cara a, digamos, futuras experiencias, digamos, de empresas a comercializar. Y por último, el turismo cultural con interés científico también tiene una gran aceptación. Aquí podéis ver los datos, estos son los datos estadísticos publicados por Visit Valencia, los últimos que hay publicados del año 2022. En la ciudad de Valencia podemos ver como en primera posición tenemos el oceanográfico con 1.600.000 visitas. Estamos hablando que todavía no estábamos con la plena recuperación post-pandemia desde el año 2022. Y en segundo lugar, el Museo de las Ciencias Príncipe Felipe. Abajo, en la posición 16, tenemos el Museo de las Ciencias Naturales. Evidentemente, el propio museo no podría albergar esa cantidad. Estamos en instalaciones mucho más pequeñas. Igualmente, nosotros estamos en 81.600 visitantes. Si sumamos estas tres entidades que ofrecemos cultura científica, hacemos un total de 2,5 millones. Por tanto, sí que la ciencia o los contenidos científicos interesan a los visitantes. Si analizamos o nos centramos en nuestro museo, en el Museo de Ciencias Naturales, tenemos un total de 81 visitantes que la gran mayoría, un 70%, son visitantes locales, o bien de la ciudad de Valencia o bien área metropolitana. Por tanto, aquí siempre la relación que tenemos que estamos muy vinculados a la ciudad de Valencia. De estos visitantes, gran parte son escolares, es decir, en los colegios de educación primaria ya programan la visita, digamos, van repitiendo. Tenemos un 20% de visitantes nacionales y un 10% de visitantes, digamos, extranjeros, fuera principalmente de Europa. ¿Cuál es nuestro objetivo? Nuestro principal objetivo es recuperar unos 90.000 visitantes, que era, digamos, la previsión que teníamos de antes de pandemia. ¿Cómo? Acciones implementadas en este año. Pues se han vuelto a recuperar las actividades de fin de semana. Se han empezado a enfocar nuevos programas educativos, sobre todo enfocados a escuelas de secundaria, que es donde hemos visto donde habían bajado las visitas. Celebración de nuevos eventos, es decir, del Día de los Museos, la Semana de la Ciencia. Exhibiciones temporales. Hoy en día, actualmente, tenemos una exposición titulada El Ojo de la Ballena, que además, también hablando, ya nos hemos incorporado a adaptar los contenidos. Esta exposición está adaptada a personas con deficiencias visuales. Y eso sí, muy importante, la comunicación y publicidad de las acciones. Si no se comunica por los canales adecuados, no llega la información. Cuando hay una correcta comunicación y publicidad del evento, llenamos. Por tanto, las personas están interesadas rápido. En un futuro, sí que en un futuro próximo, vamos a implementar, sobre todo con proyectos de Next Generation, una nueva aplicación de realidad aumentada. Por tanto, esto hará más atractiva la visita. Creemos que será un aliciente para tener nuevos visitantes. Digamos, creación de nuevas exposiciones y así de nuevos espacios. Y por último, sí que quería hacer brevemente una pequeña reflexión acerca de los museos y del turismo. ¿Qué espera el visitante de los turismos? Hoy en día, si vamos a un museo y una vitrina vemos este diente y solo vemos que es un diente de dinosaurio, dirá, bueno, bien, curioso. Pero si yo a este diente os digo que se trata de un espinosaurio, que este diente se ha descubierto en un yacimiento de Cintorres, de la localidad en la zona de Castellón, que pertenece al Cretácico inferior, que se ha descubierto hace 120 millones de años, que este dinosaurio resulta que ha sido una nueva especie para la ciencia, que se llama Proctalitis cintorrensis, y que cuando vivía hace 120 millones de años, en una zona que hoy día son montañas, pero que hace 120 millones era una zona costera y que había un clima tropical. Y si además lo acompañamos de esta imagen, yo creo que el visitante sí que se lleva una buena idea. Con esto, ¿cuál es mi reflexión? Que al final el turista, y un turista cultural con un contenido científico, también busca una gran calidad. Es decir, si en la cadena de preservación e investigación no se trabaja bien, después no vamos a tener un producto de calidad a la cual comunicar. Y hasta aquí, pues muchas gracias por vuestra atención.
Gracias. Thank you so much, Begoña, for your interesting intervention. Now we are going with Juan María. Juan María is Managing Director of Calma Ventures, company oriented to the development and management of hotel and cultural leisure projects. So welcome, Juan.
Well, thank you very much for your invitation today. I think this will do. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure for me to be here. I would like to share with you some thoughts about the projects we are involved in. As an hotelier, you may think cultural tourism is not a matter that is related to hotels, but I would like to share a couple of examples that show just the opposite way. This is how we do things. First case, Caro Hotel. This is possibly the most special hotel in Valencia. It's a very, very small, cozy, independent urban hotel in the heart of the city of Valencia. And we like to think of ourselves as a case that amplifies the historical identity of the city of Valencia. And why is this? Well, there are several reasons to consider this is a good idea. This is the argument here. For example, we are the oldest standing building in the city of Valencia. This picture you are seeing on this slide is room number 15. This is one of the old towers of the Arabic wall of the city of Valencia, 12th century. We've got a Roman mosaic of the city of Valencia, century 3, 3rd century before Christ. And we are basically a genuine and unrepeatable project. Just 26 rooms, all of them different from each other because we used the building, we understood the building, and we turned the original parts of it into the current rooms any guest can enjoy. So we integrate the remains of all the civilizations that inhabited the city, and we have the feeling that we are a true repository of public heritage. We have QR codes with videos from different parts of the hotel itself, and the hotel itself can be visited as if it was a museum. We've been awarded with multiple mentions and so on all through the time. We've been 3rd best boutique hotel, 3rd best design hotel, best historical hotel of Spain. We are the best valued hotel in Valencia. Recently, we've been highlighted with 1 Michelin key. We are also granted with the S of sustainability given by SICTED, which is a Spanish institution for sustainability. But the point is that beyond all these recognitions and awards and so on, we were not happy with the result. We thought this was not enough. I mean, we thought in the world of tourism, hotels should and could become a more active partner, a more active agent in the world of tourism. And this is what we are trying to do with the second example I would like to show today. We came to the point of questioning everything. We started to wonder a bunch of questions. We didn't anything as granted, in spite of being the owners of and the creators of Caro Hotel. And basically here, the key point here was the relationship between the local citizen and the hotels. And this is the seed of another project we are working in, and which will be the second part of my brief presentation today. The thing is that after considering all these previous questions and much more, we came to the conclusions that hotels could act as an entrance and exit doors. This means that hotels could promote the identity, the local identity of a city, beyond that just having a bunch of rooms and being a passive agent. We thought and we think and we believe this is a possibility that hotels can do much more for a good cultural tourism in the city of Valencia. And this is when it comes to the second project, we are creating indeed a hotel which is evolved by a different activity. This is called Convent Carmen, and well, this is a much more complicated case that cannot be explained in 5 minutes, unfortunately. But the point here is that we are developing a cultural and leisure venue plus a gastronomic market, which is indeed a hotel. And this does not exist, well, not only in Valencia, but in possibly most of the cities you can think of. And what exactly were we doing here? This is a work in progress, but we were open for 18 months, just in our first phase. The project is now in a standby position. But we were open, for example, in 2019, and we were able to create and promote almost 300 cultural events for all publics and from a very wide perspective. And this is what we were doing. And we were getting a good number of users. More than 80% were locals. And they merged, they co-lived, they cohabitated with people from the outside. But we were promoting the local identity of the city of Valencia. From the perspective of the concept itself, which is the important thing here, I think, there's the original way, the old way of thinking a hotel, of conceiving a hotel, which is the extractive hotel, which is unrelated to the city, which is functional, which is just a place for tourists, which is a one-way enterprise, which is unrelated to the place it belongs or where it is developed. And we coined a new concept. We coined the concept of contextual hotel. This is much richer, much more interesting. We think of Convent Carmen as a shared place, an authentic place, a place which generates local identity as a meeting point, which is absolutely pinned to the neighborhood, or as a collaboration platform. And this is really what we are working in. This is, I think, this is one interesting way for the future of hotels, at least in the cities where cultural tourism has an opportunity, such as Valencia. This is not something we are making up. This is being reflected. This is being highlighted by Bruldech, a very prestigious academic editorial, and on a case study. I am the main author of this chapter in international case studies in tourism marketing. And well, I won't be longer, and thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you, Juan. Thank you all the speakers for the valuable insights of different sectors. So we invite you to continue to listen to the event from your seats, okay? And now we are going to start with the demo day presentation about the CulturalDeTour Accelerator program that is the heart of the project CulturalDeTour. I'm going to give the word to Cristina Sudovrik to give words about the accelerator. He's the director of the innovation and EU involved. Okay, but first the photo. Fine, and you? I'm good to the trip. We arrived a little bit late last night. We had a small delay, 1 hour, but it's fine. Cristina, if you want, we have one more company that is speaking in Spanish, or two maybe. If you want to hear that in English, okay, you can use the QR and listen by the fine. I will take my phone. It's at the end. I think that we are quite late. Yes, we are, but that's what we have to.
Ok, buenos días. Mi nombre es Cristina, soy de Grecia. No hablo español, solo un poco, pero I think that this is the right time to switch my speech in English. But next time I will be in Spain, I promise that I will be better in Spanish, because every time I come in Spain, my Spanish gets better and better. So Juanma, you need to invite us more in Spain. So I'm pretty happy seeing all these faces today, and well, I will try not to take a lot of your time. I will tell you what Involve is about. So Involve Entrepreneurship is actually an innovation agency that is based in Greece, Cyprus, and in the USA. And we design and implement different support programs for innovation ecosystems in the country that we operate. We design programs from education, mentoring, providing private funding, different startup support programs, scale-up support programs. I'm not going to speak in details about the programs that we have. Well, actually, Monica in her presentation had one more project that we participate from the Cyprus entity. It is called Web3 Tour, and it's an initiative that we design different tools to support the next generation of tourism that is connected with the digital world, like metaverse, Web3. So if you had some time, we are developing some nice tools there to support tourism sector. Feel free to have a look in the website. So well, later during the break, we can discuss more about the project that we have. So I just want to mention two more things today. First of all, I would like to thank Finova, Adrian, Manuela, Juanma, and all the rest of the team for organizing such a great event in such a short time. And we are very happy that Finova is one of our core collaborators in Spain, and they are actually doers. So we are very happy to collaborate with them. And second, I would like to refer also to Juanma's presentation because he presented a lot of different programs that support tourism. And from our experience, there are indeed at European level a lot of programs that support tourism and give funding for tourism-related activities. But if you know about European funding, what is missing, and I'm calling actually all the organizations that work on tourism sector, not only in cultural tourism, but in the tourism sector to act on this, is we miss programs that do research, experimentation, and innovation in the tourism sector. We can see actually some tourism-related funding activities in Horizon Europe, but not as a main focus. So it's now a time to act on this and do some lobbying at the European level and make sure that research for the tourism industry will come back again as a top priority. Thank you.
Thank you, Cristina, and welcome to Spain. Now, a few words of Matthews. He is from Arthur Company, another of our partners, and he leads the Heritage Program. Welcome.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for having me here. So yeah, my name is Mateusz. I come from Slovenia, from a company called Arctur, which has nothing to do with tour as tourism. But we are an IT company. We are a high-performance computing company, 30 years old and always at the forefront of innovation. So we are mostly known for our supercomputing power, supercomputing center. And you might wonder what's the relationship between supercomputing and tourism. Well, there's a lot. All the big platforms are using supercomputing power, big data, and so on. The problem is that they're using it. We all are using it as users, but only one side is profiting from that. The ones who is analyzing the data and, of course, getting the value out of the data. Our idea always has been, when we entered into the tourism sector, has always been to bring also some of the power and the control over the data to the small players. And so we believe that, of course, in tourism, there's a big potential of new technologies, especially with developing 3D, virtual realities, augmented realities, and so on. But we should not be accelerating tourism the way it is. We should use this opportunity of bringing new technologies to rethink tourism as well. So also in CulturalDeTour, I want to stress that it's not only about accelerating new cultural tourism ventures, it's about rethinking how they develop and how they work in the tourism sector. Otherwise, we can only see more harmful tourism practices around the world. And here I want to agree with Cristina, what was said about the lack of research and development. We noticed that also. So being an R&D company, entering tourism sector, we saw that very few tourism players are investing in research and development, investing their own money, but also very little are participating in European calls because there are few of them. So if we want to rethink tourism, we need to invest in research and development, and that would be my key message now. Thank you.
Thank you. Now I'm going to present to Adrian Noeda, that is part of the Finova's team. He's our innovation director, and he's going to present the jury of the demo day today.
Okay, thank you, Manuela. Well, I'm going to present the jury, and also we will go directly to the pitches today. We have 11 of the SMEs that have participated in CulturalDeTour program accelerator. So first of all, well, let's meet the jury that will evaluate the pitches today. First, we have from Slovenia, Urska. Yes, sorry if I don't. Yes,
hello everyone.
Urska has a lot of experience as in connectivity of the startups and enterprise world. He managed and co-founded an acceleration program in Slovenia, and he has a lot of experience, and he will be a good evaluator for the pitches today. Then we have Maria Anastopoulos from Involve. She's the CEO of Involve, working with Christina.
Hello everyone.
She has worked as a project manager and financial analyst, former deputy chairman. Then we have here Ralph Mitchell, sorry, CEO and co-founder of Startups. Well, he's programmer analyst and has worked in business IT area, responsible for IES project portfolio, head of operations and EV Express, professor of supply chain management at EAE Business School. Well, have a Mentor Day Accelerator, and currently serves as a co-director of the Master in Organization Engineering in the University of Valencia. And then we have Jose Manuel Sanchez Villar from Calva Ventures that has been, well, there is no need to presentation because he is already presented before. He's a PhD in marketing, master in human resources, and has more than 7 years of experience in Caro Hotel, and director of operations and managing director of Calma Ventures. And then at the end we had Vicente Gomar, but he had to leave, so we have Carlos de la Cruz as a substitute. He will be evaluated in the name of Ateneo Mercantil. So we will go. This is the jury, and we will go directly to the pitches today. There will be three companies that will present physically here in person, but they will present at the end. We will go first with the online pitches. First of all, we go to Slovenia, to the SME Farmhouse.
Hello, can we hear each other? Hello.
Antonio, please, if you can put the online people to present.
The speakers.
The speakers. We are going to start with them. We are going to start with Farmhouse.
Hello, can we hear each other? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So
I don't know, we hear you from online, but I don't know from the space if they hear you, from the venue.
Okay, so it would be good to know before I start. Valencia, can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so I can start. So greetings from the most western part of the Julian Alps in Slovenia, just on the border with Italy. It's a tiny village called Rubidišće. My name is Stasha, and my family is a founder of Škvor Holiday House. Rubidišće is a tiny isolated village with a rapid population decrease from 230 to only 10 inhabitants in 100 years. As it already seemed it would be erased from the map, we had a naive but also brave idea to change its disadvantage into advantage. 18 years ago, we have renovated our first culturally protected house and opened it to guests from all over the world. We have slowly expanded, and today we have 4 renovated houses with altogether 25 beds. Our guests are mostly young families, couples, outdoor enthusiasts that seek for remoteness. Our sustainable values are proved by many certificates we gained in the last few years. So what is next? Our vision is to further promote sustainability and sustainable development by offering a creative space for all generations to learn traditional skills and values and connect the past with the future. Square Holiday House is becoming a creative polygon for youth, students, and all others creative souls. By engaging camps, often in close cooperation with universities, by hand-on learning, many workshops have been organized so far, by embracing local skills, and space for coordination for co-creation further awaits. Maybe digital nomads, maybe universities, architects, other associations, poets, farmers, name it. So we are looking for potential content investors that will bring life back to this beautiful place and revive the values of our grandparents. I welcome you to become a part of the future and join with the ideas and content that will, bring more joy to this beautiful, remote, almost forgotten village. Thank you.
First Pits. Sorry. Yeah.
Hello.
Next. Question?
I may ask a question. Very nice project, very interesting. Up to date, how many houses do you provide for accommodation? And how many people have already stayed in the village, in your hotel village? And what are your next steps?
We are developing slowly, house by house. So the all income we are making in the village, we reinvest in the further development. So until now, we have renovated 4 houses, ex-stables for the cows that are now beautiful places to stay. Altogether 25 beds, so it's different possibilities to accommodate. So quite large groups we can accommodate, and together with the neighbors we can accommodate up to 45 individuals. Quite many visitors we have from all over. Mostly, if we come to the next steps regarding the cultural development, we would like to further develop this creative polygon to offer, especially off-season, the place for groups, to students or to other groups that can learn the values. And we already have some experience, but definitely I see much more opportunities, like geographers, archaeologists, ethnologists, name it. Until now, we are constantly rising up the number of overnights. So people are coming from all over, and guests from all over the world, mostly Europe, mostly from Germany, but otherwise, of course, now it's globalization time, so open to everyone. And I have to say that after COVID, I really see those remote places as a really nice opportunity, because people are more and more looking for hidden gems.
Thank you.
So thank you for the opportunity, and I'm looking forward to the others to present their pitches. It's a nice experience.
Can you hear us from online meeting? No? Antonio, maybe we could make something to listen to us. Can you hear us now from the online meeting? Yes? Can you hear us now? I think that you can hear us. Can you hear us now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. So if Visitas Virtuales is not here, let's go to the third one, called Culture Hunters from Greece. That I think we're here, right?
Hi. Hello, everybody. I thought I was coming after, so I'm totally ready. Really happy to be here. Can you all hear me? Yes, online and okay, perfect. I'm gonna share my screen. And here we are. Okay. So I'm the founder of Culture Hunters. I'm originally from France, been living in Greece for the last 8 years. And so currently in Athens. Culture Hunters, it's very new. It exists from 2023, June. So it's celebrating the 1-year anniversary just now. Culture Hunters is based in Athens, and its mission is to help people connect meaningfully with the Greek cultural heritage, whether it is tangible or intangible, past, contemporary, in many different forms and shapes. To do that, we create walking tours, educational outdoor games, like outdoor escape games, for example, and creative workshops and various educational events. So we are at the crossroads of culture, tourism, and education. So everything is based on these 4 pillars: the uniqueness, trying to show something that kind of dig deeper into the culture, something that people that I felt was totally missing from the discovery of Greece when I arrived, for example, with alternative perspective. Of course, connections, because, not just connect with the cultural heritage, but connect with us, with the people, connect with each other too, when they are on an experience, either with their families and friends or with other people participating. So try to create, human connections as much as possible. Also the engagement, to try to give the people to be the actors of their own discovery when they come in Greece or they just discover a new place. Exploration, discussions, reflection, play, creation. So to do all of this with a participatory thing. And of course, sustainability. That's why also we are here to connect that with the sustainable aspect of tourism and cultural tourism. So we have a lot of local partnerships with businesses, small, to support local economy, tours that are on foot, zero waste experiences, reusable games in the city. And also everything is done in a very discreet ways, trying to not have big groups and to stay, not disturb the local life and the social fabric. So like most of the things that we're doing now, on the left side is connect with the final beneficiaries, which are foreign tourists, expats, and domestic tourists, through direct bookings, online travel agencies, accommodation partners. And what you see on the right, it's what we started to develop last winter, and it's going surely but slowly, but we would like really to expand this aspect of collaboration with different municipalities, museums, and festivals, and participate in European projects to kind of, scale up not only in the rest of Greece, but collaborate with and learn from other people with the same values as us. So just to give you a little bit of more idea, for example, we have this tour about women in ancient Greece. These are just a few examples. Connecting with the history of rebellion. Oh, there is a little mistake there, sorry. So modern history too. And we have a lot of exploration games in the city to try to use the power of games to learn and connect with the cultural heritage. So escape games, events, booklets, and different workshops and creative camps. Also, this part that we are starting to develop and we would like to develop further, it's collaborations with local cultural entities to create sensory path, educational guides, autonomous games, facilitated games, and to reach our final beneficiaries, but not really through us, but through these intermediary entities. Just to end, we have a little feedback because it's going pretty well for a year anniversary. All of the reviews that are more than 250 are 5-star reviews. So trying to stay that way and trying to expand and make connections. And so that's why we're here today. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope to meet some of you in real life or connect later.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
I remind all the pitches that at 3 minutes I will let you know, so you have 3 extra seconds, but for the next one, please. Well, first of all, the jury, if they have any questions, the online jury or here in the room.
Yeah, hello. I can go unless you have someone in person.
With pleasure.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay, do I go? Okay, so I like the idea. I really like it. It's a great thing. So did you think, because I didn't get it from the pitch, do you have a specific kind of focus of people who gets your tours, or it doesn't matter? Is it for young families, for everyone? I go to Athens with my dog, and then what's next? And what is then your uniqueness in regards to the tours that are offered? For instance, when you book Airbnb or something, there is always some options with the tours. So these two things, any specific and the difference.
Cultural hunters, are you there to answer the question?
Ah, yes, sorry. I was started talking and I was not I was not connected. I'll try to do it fast because I know that we're late. Yes, usually it's like there are people who really want to trying to do something in a more human way and trying to dig deeper into the culture. So we have a lot of like, yes, families, father, daughters, different people, depends on the experiences also, and a lot of associations also in Athens and the rest of Greece who are coming in Athens and really want to do something that is not just like a big group with only foreign tourists, but just also trying to do something really in the border of a cultural local experience. And also, yes, you have this tourism part, so it's kind of a good in between that people feel that they're privileged and kind of to participate in. And to answer your second question, I'm trying to think what would be the difference. Yeah, I think it would be this feeling that you're going to be fully involved. You're going to have discussions. You're going to have to during all the experiences, the ideas try to inspire you on your normal life, on your personal life, trying to see what are the connections with all of this cultural heritage in Greece and what can you take then for you for the rest of your life.
Okay, thank you very much. We go now to Nace Prigode. Sorry for my pronunciation of your name, of your company's name, from Slovenia.
That's perfect. Just give me a second, I'll share my screen. Do you see my screen? All good?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you very much for this opportunity. My name is David, which is, I believe, much easier to pronounce than basically the name of our venture. So Naše Prigodbe, it is actually, probably the most basically accurate translation would be our basically tales. So folk heritage at your fingertips. So who we are and what is actually our mission. So yes, our mission is to revitalize folk tradition through immersive, innovative experience. So this is not basically a new thing, but the way we do this stuff is basically at the intersection of inclusion, sustainability, and empowerment of local stake and shareholders. So why is this so important? Because we don't really want to be another entertainers. We would really like to basically build the actually innovative experience rooted basically in the folk traditions. Our journey, basically we started with a podcast. So we are passionate storytellers and engaging podcasters, so probably it's not very wise for people who don't speak Slovene to listen to this podcast, but everyone else more than welcome. So basically explore Slovenian folktales with us. It's very interesting. The way we actually approach to this is that we basically keep the playfulness, mysticism, authenticity of basically of folktales, and then basically upgrading them, and all this brought to life with a more modern touch. So yes, we started, as mentioned, with a podcast, and our approach is very, very simple. So each episode of the podcast is basically features one Slovenian folktale told in local dialect, accompanied by local folk music, and of course enriched with a unique visual design. What is super important here is that we've done a lot, and we're still doing basically a lot of work on the field. So basically all folk stories are basically presented in the research forum, collected from the field, and we basically prioritize top-notch audio production. And yes, and basically a few numbers. So we kicked off this in August, basically 2 years ago. We recorded more than 100 folktales. And what is important here is basically that more than 80 participants were part of basically our journey so far. And yes, downloads, basically 6,500 basically downloads, and total length is more than 1,000 minutes. So you can basically listen our podcast on all basically app podcasts applications or on our website. But that's not where we want to stop. We want to move forward, and we want to really dive a little bit deeper into the problem. And the problem that we have with the folk heritage is that it's often overlooked. It's completely disconnected from local landmarks and local basically tourist offerings, and it is perceived as something that is not important, something that is, inferior or insignificant. And, and nowadays, basically every single let's say destination management is trying to find this uniqueness of their destination, and basically folk heritage is there basically in front of us, but we just don't leverage actually to create unique local experience. So what is our solution? Our solution is actually our audio experience, our tales. As you can see now, it's translated. And what we do with this basically this audio experience, we create sustainable, personalized, and immersive audio experiences, rooted in local folklore, and then basically, therefore, we co-create, unique cultural experience. This is way beyond way beyond of another basically audio tour that you're probably familiar with. So again, our product is more than that. So it's available in multiple languages. It's standalone web application without basically any kind of a need to for installation. We also have a beautifully designed audio player, designed as a souvenir for children and anyone who doesn't have a particularly mobile device, and even more for places where internet connection doesn't exist. We are committed to delivering high quality audio production. And yes, and again, this is way more than that. Sorry?
No, continue at 50 more seconds.
Yeah, okay. So basically, we engage with the local stakeholders on the daily basis, because that's how we actually can create this authenticity of our experience. Of course, we also provide the support for marketing and promotional activities, and we manage copyrights and performance rights, which is super important. So what is actually our ask, right? So our ask is, because our goal actually for 2024 is to launch the first audio experience. We don't have a product market fit just yet, but we've done basically our validation very carefully. As you can see, we have certain downloads. And what we are looking for is, we are looking for opportunities to participate in existing initiatives and projects, or we were looking for contacts or introductions to decision-making at all basic level, at destination management and local tourist management levels. So that's short and sweet. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. One of the jury members who's here in the room will make a question. Sure.
Yeah, okay. First of all, congratulations for the project. It's very interesting. And a couple of questions it is. First of all, what would be your main competitors, right? And second, what's your business model? I mean, how do you make a revenue to have a profitable project, right? Thank you very much.
Yeah. Let's start first with the toughest one, which is a business model, right? So we in theory we have several business models, but what we don't really want to do is, we don't want to charge for folk traditions. So folk heritage should be basically free. So our only customers in this case are basically institutions, like mentioned, basically destination management, I don't know, city management, this kind of basically stuff. We would like to actually move forward and keep a product audio experience free for end customers. Who are our competitors, right? Our competitors are, basically the field is quite wide, but what actually our uniqueness here is that we are self-guided, audio tours focused on basically on folk heritage, and there is not a lot of competitors in this area.
Okay, thank you very much. Very interesting. Next, now we go again to Spain, to the company Inma Maletas online.
Hello, everyone. Can you
Hi.
hear me? Okay. Yes, thanks. My name is Inmaculada, and my project is called To Ceramic Sea. This is a route between the Atlantic Ocean and the Mediterranean Sea, and is through the link to union this route is with the ceramic. Aquí we have in Spain, we have the telephone, the Jacobean route that mainly passed through the North Spain. This route passed in the second half of two countries, Portugal and Spain, with the thread. And why ceramic is the common element in this route? Because how often when we think in culture, we think architecture, painting, and sculpture. And this is considered minor art. But ceramic is part of our history, our tradition, gastronomy, a kind of solution problem. So this minor art is to put in a bigger position in this route. We have 4 pillars in this route. The first one is an ecological goals. 1 piece more of ceramic is 1 plastic less. So it entered fully in the Nations Union's 2030 agenda. The second pillar is part of our roots because it is anthropological reason. From the time of we live in tribes. So in this route, there are a small village, rural area that are isolated. So we can achieve and to be together all in order to be connected. For instance, if one tourist can go, for instance, from Lisbon to Sevilla, maybe in this route there are important atelier, important small factory with ceramic, but if they don't know, they don't stop. So with this route, it's possible to discover new places, cultural places. Third, the first reason is to create a networking between all these areas, the sense of belonging to a big part. And the fourth highlight is the natural evolution to Homo sapiens, Homo viator, and Homo habilis. It means that to create something with our hands is to create intelligence, develop passion. There are a lot of value with the concept, the handmade or do by yourselves. So in the future vision, we have developed to this route in the moment is from Portugal and Spain. With Greek, we have a lot of piece, very important. And I have divided the development of this project in 3 different steps. The first one is necessary to create a website to open all the tourists with this information and also an app. The second one in the mid-term is to create all the networking to develop the knowledge with expert, academic, with guest experience. And in the long term is to create competition, like the best piece of the year, something in order to all together to big networking. Oh, sorry, this time, my time is finished. So why this is why? Because it has salt inside. So there are a lot of specific area. So for me, it would be a very pleasure because I am a passion of this route to explain more details about this route. Thank you so much for your attention.
Thank you. Are there any members of the jury online who want to take a question?
Hello, I'm Carlos de la Cruz. In the name of Ateneo Mercantil. Thank you for the presentation. basically, we understand quite well the impact that this project might have, but one of the things that we would like to understand better is how do you plan to make it feasible in the future? So how do you plan to make it economically sustainable? So for the project to be there for many, many, many years. Thank you.
Yes. This is the base is sustainable because this material is made with earth. So it's impossible than to go to the plastic. So I don't know if I understand.
Lo que te ha preguntado es si va a ser el proyecto económicamente sostenible. ¿Cómo vas a ganar dinero?
Yes, of course. The sustainable is one of the first goals. This is one plastic leg. So the idea is to increase more and more piece of art in order to use in our daily life all this piece of ceramic. For instance, just an anecdote, to prepare this route, I was in a museum and the breakfast in this museum was plastic zero. So we got it.
Okay, thank you very much, Irma. Now we go to the previous startup that was not connected before, the second, Visitas Virtuales, that now I think is connected. Visitas Virtuales, are you there? Go ahead, please. And remember the 3 minutes.
Nosotros no podemos manejarlo, tienes que manejar tú. Igual que tú plantas,
We don't hear you.
Okay, give me a second. Sorry. Okay.
Okay, now we do.
Okay.
Yes.
Nope. Okay, perfect. Okay, so let me just give me just a moment because I'm in the middle of a meeting right here. Okay. Can you see what I'm showing?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So my name is Alejandro Cayola. I'm a member of the Visitas Virtuales, and what we do is we try to protect the patrimony here in Spain. Give me a second to I can see the presentation here. Yeah. Okay, sorry for the mess. Okay. So our goal is to protect the legacy of Spain, our patrimony, our legacy in general. We have, for example, a red list of places that are are threatened to get destroyed, like churches and historic places. And our goal is to save them by using photogrammetry, virtual reality, even AI, because what we do is make virtual visits of the places, give them some publicity, so people can know what kind of historical places we have next to us that people doesn't know about it. We give you the opportunity to watch them from your home, from your house, and be able to experience it. And luckily, that will make people want to go there actually and visit the place by itself. Thus, making people realize what we have and that we should protect those places. Basically, we try to show everyone what we have and to get close to that patrimony, to that heritage that we have. There's a really important thing that happened a couple of years ago. It was a nation called Tuvalu. It is under the threat of getting sunk into the ocean because of the climatic change, and it's going to be the first nation that's going to be a virtual nation. So these people found a way to preserve all of the heritage using the metaverse. So our plan is to make the same thing with little pieces of art. For example, we've been working with different museums, trying to preserve different pieces of art that can be exposed because it will be too dangerous for the piece itself. And this way, people can actually see it close and look it up and rotate it and and see the texture and how it was perfectly. We also make, as I said, we don't just show the things that we have today. We can recreate the places as it was in the past. We could see, for example, how it is Malaga today, and how it was when the Phoenicians were here, or when the Romans built a Colosseum or an amphitheater or something like that. We are using AI to have an avatar that can actually walk you around the place itself and tell you the important things that we have. For example, we have a demo of a girl that walks with you around a very famous plaza here in Malaga, Plaza Merced, and she walks you towards the place of birth of Picasso, and she tells you everything that you want to know about it. You can ask anything, because being an AI, you can go out of the path making questions. There's always going to be an answer for you. And I think that all of this, and the fact that we can make it like a game, it makes all this culture and the way that we approach history a much more fun and manageable way of getting in touch with that. It's easier for young people to experience it and to get interested in it. And that's basically what we do.
50 more seconds, please. 50 more seconds.
Okay, perfect. I'm gonna put a little video and show you what we do. So
the video is short because you have 20 more seconds.
Yeah, I just need a little bit of it. A picture of different statues of the places. We use scanners and LiDAR scanners to get an image.
We cannot see the video, sorry.
That's fine. Well, that's it. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much. Sorry for the video.
No, don't worry, it's okay.
Is there a jury online who wants to make a question?
I can go. Love the idea. We've seen quite a few cases already about this, but your goals are more ambitious, trying to literally map all the cultural landmarks. How do you fund the first part? How did you do it? And because we know the development of this is taking a lot of effort and a lot of, technology savvy background. How did you manage so far, and what are your plans for the future?
Well, if you're asking for the workflow itself, or are you asking a more of a general approach of the issue?
Technology and then the general for the future.
Okay, well, right now our limits are, well, for example, in VR, we use photogrammetry. We try to recreate the building as faithful as possible, and to make it more dynamic, we want to get everything into VR, into the VR world. So the problem is that to be able to get that level of detail into the VR world is really difficult. So there is a lot of work that we have to do to make it possible, optimization and trying to get as much detail with the less weight possible. For the future, our goal will be to get these levels of detail that we are talking about in the VR world, and also the AI. So what we need right now is just a really good workflow. We need time to make it, maybe even a little bit more work. It will be like a dream, because this is a matter of time more than anything else. This is a long work that you have to do. It takes a lot of heart and passion, and you have to really think about and what you have to offer. That's the thing. It's not an immediate thing that you can just show and say, yeah, that's beautiful. That's not enough, because I could show you the obelisk of Plaza Merced. That's really, really beautiful, but it's not the same as walking around it and having all the information about it in real time. So
okay. Sorry.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you for making the time. I know you are in an event. Okay, let's go to the next one from Greece, Ecomuseum Salón.
Yes, hello everybody. Can you hear me?
Yes.
So I'm Dimitra Papayannidou. Nice to meet you all. I'm glad I'm here. I'm here. I'm part of Ecomuseum Zagori. We are based in the northwest of Greece, in the mountainous area of Zagori, and especially in a small village of Anopedina. At the moment, very lately, Zagori is part of became part of the list of UNESCO as a natural landscape. So we are an open type of museum that we work for the protection and valorization of the natural and cultural heritage of the area and the benefit of the local integrated development. Our mission is to highlight the cultural landscape and the natural and tangible cultural heritage of Zagori in collaboration with the local community. Our main focus is the recording and transmission of the historical and collective memory of the area through the active mobilization of and involvement of the local community. And we work as a cultural and education center, and our fields of action, I'm trying to be as fast as I can, is, as I told you, we work as an educational center. We are currently working on promote transhuman trails and want to highlight the role of the transhumans community and as a practice in the biodiversity conservation. And we're doing this through workshops and conferences and educational programs for kids and adults through the use of European programs, mostly with collaboration with local transhuman community, the University of Ioannina in the area. And our main goal is to continue working on this field and promote even more this practice and achieve a better economic standard for the transhumans community and all the touristic actors that are involved in the area. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. You know, I think one of the juries here in the room was to make.
Hello, good morning. Thank you. Okay, thank you very much. Congratulations. And as far as I understand, you provide a local service, right? So my question would be, I don't know if you hear me well, because I have some echo here. Yeah, okay. My question is, how do you attract people? So what's your go-to-market strategy, let's say? How do you make people to go there and enjoy the experience you are, or experiences you are building for them? Thank you.
I'm not sure if you mean in the general aspect of our work or specifically in the transhumans trails we're working on, but I would answer that in general we're still working on all this, and one part is to collaborate and involve the local community. So we're trying this into many ways, into personal contacts, local events where we invite everyone to participate actively. And then on the other side, for the visitors, we collaborate with, through our European programs, we collaborate with people and cooperatives outside Greece, and that and touristic how you call it, industries, that we collaborate with them and we share our products and they send us visitors, basically.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Let's go to the next one from Slovenia. Hello.
We cannot hear you.
No.
It's in your silence. You're in mute. You have to press the button. No.
Yes, I think that's
Okay. We cannot hear you. You're muted.
You have to press the microphone. You're in silence. Do you hear us?
Vesna, you're on mute. Turn on the microphone, Vesna.
Let's go to the next one. We will come back to you when we solve this issue. Okay. Sorry.
I'm sorry. I think I.
Okay. Now we can hear you. Okay, go ahead. Please.
Do you hear me now? I'm so sorry.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. So now that I have all of your attention.
Just go start. Remember 3 minutes.
Yeah. Today I will introduce you to Archeolog. So this is the tourism project developed from the acquired project, The Second Life of Archaeological Heritage, which we successfully obtained at the call for promotion of creative industries of the Ministry of Culture for the Republic Slovenia in 2022. The founding team includes Tamara Rimele, an internationally awarded illustrator, Bojan Albahari, an award-winning editor, and Vlasta Merec, who is an awarded creative director, and myself. I'm an expert in archaeology and heritage. Through research, we found that there is a great lack of specific tourist products for family tourism, especially those focused on the interpretation of cultural heritage, especially archaeological heritage. That's why we developed the prototype of the experience, the Archeohunt brand, prepared an online store, and launched the self-guided family game adventure through the oldest city in Slovenia at the end of 2022. In 2023, we added a translation of this outdoor escape game and sailed. In 2023, we added a translation and sales through tourist offices in city of Ptuj. We have also prepared a new game, adventure in the footsteps of the Salt Lords. This is happening, it takes place in the seaside town of Piran. This was just this year launched for sale in tourist offices on the coast in the spring of this year. In the future, we want to expand our project to other archaeologically interesting locations like archaeological parks and sites. It is particularly important to us that the game is self-guided and educational for the poor family, but especially fun for the children. We are also interested in international cooperation as experts or participants in other European projects in the field of tourism and heritage, as we believe that heritage needs to be carefully researched and promoted at the European level. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Any questions from the jury? Online or in the room?
Hello again, so congratulations for the project. One thing that I would really like to know about all the projects is that what are the main difficulties that you're facing right now in this instance, and how are you managing to actually overcome them? So do we understand what your thought process and your work ahead? Thank you.
I didn't get that. I'm so sorry. I couldn't hear you.
Okay, I ask again, slow, sorry. My question is, what are the difficulties that you're facing right now in the project, and how are you planning to overcome, so we know what the process is, how the project going?
Well, we have a project already in progress, but the main obstacles that we face are lack of advertising budget. So this is our main obstacle, which we need to tackle soon. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now we go back to Spain again. To Malaga, Carlos Ramos from Flux. Carlos?
Yes, hello. I'm gonna share my screen. It's okay. Okay. First of all, thank you for the support of this program and the opportunity to present Credux. I'm biologist, but I love create video games, and I think that the tourists have a good opportunity to have a new kind of video games with cultural opportunity. The first action I want to talk about is the problem. We thought that the really problem of the non-sustainable tourists is the gentrification. The tourists can behave like a pest in many places. Now, in Malaga, for example, we have 14 million tourists per year with an average of stay of less than 3 years in a population of 1.7 million inhabitants. And we know that the lack of commitment or empathy with local custom can make the tourist like an activity non-sustainable with the life of the city. The solution, but a little part of this solution, we have heard a lot.
Sorry, I cannot see the change of your presentation.
La presentación tienes que ir pasando las slides.
Okay.
No, solo vemos la portada. Thank you.
I'm gonna share again. Sorry. Stop there. Here. Okay, maybe that's it. Now. Okay, that's good.
Now.
Okay, and we thought that the solution, the immersive experience that put the tourists in the shoes of local and adapting their custom rather than imposing them. That's the reason, or that's the only way we thought that we can do more sustainable the tourism. Our differentiation is doing all of this through gaming and mobile. We propose a video gamification that helps the tourists to know the local custom and the culture. In Credux, we are developing an immersive experience which we challenge tourists to integrate into the life of the city, making their visit more authentic, fun, and sustainable. And we have a previous experience or validate a model of this proposed. Is the FES is a cultural video game. It's a mobile experience that we play in real environments. And this is a combination of role-playing and mystery game via or by or smartphone by mobile. This is a project with a budget of 50,000 euros, and we have funded by the public aid of promotion of the video game sector by the Ministry of Culture in Spain. And we propose to do different offer of video games to make a gamification, video gamification, to approach the tourists to the local culture. And that way we thought that if you understand better what's the local culture and the heritage, you can be a better tourist and have a very good experience.
Thank you very much, Carlos.
I can go again if you want.
Okay.
Okay, I like the solution. It's really nice. And I would just like to know, how do you see a tourist that is just stopping by in the city to know about your game? And are they willing to download another app? Because there's a lot of them. And do you have a strategy on how to grab the new tourists?
Yes, we have two different strategies. There's one free with partners with local enterprises that have a good establishment into the destiny. And we have another strategy for another type of product that is like a video game that has his own market, and we have both different products.
If I may add, how do you plan on, how do I know I go somewhere and how will I know about you?
There is one option is by the traditional acquisition of video game. There is a specialized platform that for the young people that is very it's a natural way of search this kind of product. And for the traditional tourists, we want to have a strategy partners with local authorities or enterprises. They are very good places into the destiny.
Project. And now we finish the online presentations, and we will start with the experience, David Perez, that I think it's here. David?
Integrador.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm David Perez. I'm from the experience. I'm a licensed local guide in Valencia. Created interactive experiences as a travel agency in the pandemic, so through timing 2020. And
can we ask for questions?
Just to sell my own products. Okay. I'm licensed guide in the whole region, and the travel agency always all my experiences are with the culture, with history. Okay, so when I do a foodie tour, always history has like a deep is very is there always. Okay, so here you can see, I don't know, the wine tour, the cultural and food tours in Albufera in Valencia, where we could grow the rice for our famous paellas here in Spain. But the most important thing that I want to tell about my company is, first of all, I'm the only one. Okay, so I'm the owner, I'm the guy, I'm the ones who sells. So sometimes it's very difficult to be there in the market. But I usually work with small groups. 7 people maximum for the van tours, doing one tours, doing tours to Albufera, Salón, around Valencia, and maximum 10 people doing the walking tours in the city of Valencia. Okay, I believe it's very important to do sustainable tourism. And about this morning, one I was talking about the big boats, the big cruises, that sometimes in the city of Valencia, one day we have 8,000 people, 5,000 people. I don't want this in my groups, so I try to do always smaller groups. Local networking. I belong to the Ruta del Vino de Requena, so it's an association with different companies that are related with the wine tourism in our region near Valencia. Also, in Turismo, there is a networking that Maria was talking about early this morning. A network with these different businesses in the region of Valencia. It's very important to have contact with them to develop like better products. As I told you, history is very important. I'm not a historian, I just study tourism degree, I have a master's degree of local development by the University of Valencia. But I always love to explore the history timeline, chronology in the region. So I believe it's very important for the tourists to understand what they want to expose. Okay, and also to understand the culture and trying to show. So for the future, what do we expect? Being one-man company, as I told you, is very difficult. I guess that my colleagues know what I'm talking about. But I'm exploring to create like a network for the wine tours in Spain, very small tours. So I'm trying to connect with other similar companies like myself around Spain, maybe in the future even Portugal, who knows, to create like a platform or something to be stronger. Being just one is very difficult. It's almost impossible to compete with the big tour operators as València, Airbnb, City in Spain. So I wanted to have that dream to create that platform, okay, to post or to show all our products, but smaller companies, okay, and also thinking about the cultural projects. Maria knows very well about a project that I have in Rosada, there is a neighborhood in Valencia, to create a museum, to create a guided tour and app maybe in the future. But everything, it depends on the collaboration of the public city hall, so the city hall, the Department of Tourism and Culture, and that is very difficult. So I hope that today that I can show this presentation in good faith. And also, I have lots of ideas always. So in the future, maybe talking with the Association of the Wine Tourism in Requena, why not to create a wine train from Valencia to Requena, where the tourists, the visitors can understand more about the legacy of the wine industry in the 19th century with the arrival of the phylloxera in Europe. So that's just ideas. Sorry for the presentation. I'm usually always on the street, so I didn't post like a thank you or my email address. But if you're interested, please tell me. Thank you very much.
The jury has any question from the jury?
I can do it. Yeah. Congratulations. I would love to have wonderful experiences. So I guess your differential factors that you do small groups and include like gastronomic experience, something like that. Yeah. So what confirm that's your differentiator, and also So do customers value that? Do you, I mean, what's your position against the competition? Do you charge more? What?
Yeah, thank you for the question. If you think about the walking tours in the city of Valencia, yeah, the competition value a lot when they arrive, because many people book my, I don't know, historical tour of Valencia, focus on the medieval history. They arrive and maybe they are just 4 of them. And they are surprised, like, oh, this is just us. So they value very well because they don't feel so bad if they are small. They ask questions. I like that interaction.
Do we say it's like an exclusive product?
It can be exclusive, yeah, exclusive, but it's open to everybody. But the thing is, the people, I mean, it's very small. So I not consider exclusive like private, but yeah, in terms of smaller groups, it's very exclusive, and the people like to feel like this and not follow 30 more people walking around that they don't. Yeah. No. Yeah, but you know, I'm just starting 4 years, so if I put the prices so high, I don't have the money to invest in publicity and marketing. So I mean, could be a strategy, but I prefer to start from the bottom and let's see how it develops. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. We go to the last 2 participants today. First, Carles Solà from Soca BioArt. Welcome, Carles.
Thank you very much. I'm the oldest young participant, as you can see. In fact, after a full life, I had like a scientist, professor in the university and business in biotechnology. 2 years and a half ago, I decided for different reasons to finish this period and to start with a completely new topic related with basically with culture. In fact, I found before the house than the town, but the presentation is in the other order. So I was looking for one house in one place, making me possible to do this project. And I find one town named Biar, that is in the interior part of Alacant, with completely charm, and is a very place to discover. In this town, I found one house named Casa dels Dragons, because in the main door is this, no? In the main door there are 2 dragons, and this house was closed for more than 50 years. It's a house that is arriving from the Arabic area, so it's very, very old, and it was much more destroyed than what I saw the first time. It means I'm rehabilitating the house for more than 1 year and a half, and more or less now it's finished. What we want to do in this house is one space for creation in general, integrating both plastic art, music, gastronomy, everything in an interactive way. So what is faced is from I'm biologist, so it's faced from the point of view of the different senses we have. Starting with sight. It means we will have, later explain about, we will have one art gallery. And the idea is to make a show about the art along the history. And also in collaboration with the particularly secondary schools in the area, making one space to show and to teach what the art is. To taste, we are performing, this will be open in short time, one gastronomic space, particularly facing to that is now being lost in the area. There are different eatings that for different reasons are losing. So we are recovering in collaboration with the farmers of the area, the products and how to cook it. The smell, we have one garden in the house with different plants, particularly aromatic plants. This town is very close to Mariola Mountains. That is one reserve of the world for aromatic plants. So the idea is also to smell and to have this feeling. Hearing from the silence, that is very important. In the house, it's really, really easy to hear the birds singing. There is one fountain that will be the sound of the fountain, but we will also perform jazz, classic, and modern music festivals. And finally, to touch. That is also important. Normally, we are not touching together and touching things. So we have one collection of bonsais. That is one of my hobbies. And the idea is to learn how to touch the plants through the bonsais collection. So we are also in collaboration with the first company I developed in this area named Soca BioArt. And Soca is an online gallery that has more than 1,000 art crafts. So all these art crafts will be exposed in the house along the time. And we will open the house next week in 29th of June. So you are invited to come to join us to enjoy with us the house and particularly to create together. Thank you.
No, ven aquí, es que si no te van a oír.
Te doy la espalda. Con la pregunta. So congratulations for the project again. You mentioned that the idea is to do innovative projects in different areas that you explained. So when you talk about innovation, I think it's very important for us to know your perspective. So when you talk about innovative projects, what do you talk about?
Thank you very much.
Thank you
for the question, because in this case I have some more time. So one of them, for instance, I had the opportunity for my age to start writing by the hand and to finish creating artificial intelligence. So I have materials from that time to this time. And one thing I have not know how to do it. But one thing I want to do is to offer to the people, particularly to young people that has never seen that it's possible to write by hand, all this way. So I have materials from my scientific work from the beginning to the end. This is one of the points. Another point I have in mind is to offer the possibility of people that is not handicapped to feel what it is. It means there are activities, for instance, for blind people, to integrate them. My idea is just the opposite, to put blind people in the house, to discover the house with people that has no the problem, but is not seen. So to discover it together. You know what I mean? This is another point I have in mind, for instance. And there are some more, no time.
Okay, thank you very much. Now we go to the last speech for today and before the final evaluation. Adolfo Ibáñez from the SME Baunkust. It will be the last speech today.
First of all, and thank you very much for having the opportunity to participate in this accelerating program. It has been a real pleasure to learn from so many interesting projects and companies participating, and also for all the mentorships we have received in this great and very interesting accelerating program. Thank you very much. My name is Adolfo Ibáñez, and I'm going to present you my company, which is Baukunst. It's a strange name for culture or tourism, but for me, it has a lot of meaning, which is the art of construction. And I'm going to present you what we are dreaming to aim to do with our cultural worldwide heritage. First of all, people have a problem. Our cultural heritage is daily disappearing. The last example, what happened recently in Copenhagen, which one of the most important monuments and most visited tourist sites in Copenhagen was burned down during its restoration. Or another example, the Bells Temple in Palmyra, destroyed 2 years ago by the Islamic State. One of the most important heritage in Syria has been lost forever. We have a real problem. Our heritage, our own construction, our own culture as a whole humanity is getting lost in a daily basis. What if we could do something? Preserving our heritage forever, digitizing and making available to anyone. What if we could put our heritage in one place, in only one place, making people to be able to collect the monuments of the places they visit worldwide and having them registered in their own mobile phone or any platform, any mobile platform. What do we propose? We propose the creation of a circular economy based on the digital values of heritage, in which we preserve, we disseminate, and we manage the heritage. We digitally preserved heritage by digitizing heritage and creating digital repositories for public monument management, in which, for example, if a monument is destroyed, vandalism, climate change, whatever, it can be reproduced using 3D reproduction techniques, for example, 3D printing. Imagine that the monument, most important monument in our city, for example, La Lonja, is damaged by any kind of destruction. Would we be able, with our proposal, to simply print it and reconstruct it as it was before the destruction, first impact. Also, is more important than that, is dissemination. The heritage that we don't know is getting lost. It gets lost forever. So the thing we have to do is make people aware of this importance of the heritage and their own culture, because the things that are known, they are going to get lost forever. And also the management. We are aiming to create an innovative proposal in which we transform those digital copies that preserve and divulge heritage into social investment assets, so that tourism and citizens can patronize the conservation of the monuments of the places they visit through the next proposal. We have a mixed business model in which, first of all, we digitize and virtualize heritage for preservation and dissemination, making people be able to know the heritage they visit, but not only as a historical point of view. We value art, iconography, we value all the aspects of our cultural heritage that mostly are unknown by the great public. We are going to propose a totally holistic approach to the knowledge of heritage. Sorry. We also propose a way of heritage being patronized by tourism and citizens through the creation of digital limited RFT collections of heritage, in which all people can buy a digital participation of the digital value of heritage, and also proposing the creation of museums for people. Own museums. You can be the owner of your own museum in the metaverse, because people are also heritage. We have a team that is our most beloved heritage from all over the world, from Russia, from Chile, from Brazil, and from Germany, from Spain, obviously. We have been working with a lot of companies till the moment. And our most beloved work right now is the building of the Desamparados of Basílica de la Virgen in Valencia, which we are from. What memories of the city would you like to have forever? My parents that are in the image have already chosen their own. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Any member of the jury, maybe Maria, that you only ask one question at the beginning, want to ask a question? Or any other member?
Of course, yes. So this is very impressive, and I would love to see the whole world, let's say the whole cultural world digitized. A question about, you know, NFTs and all the extra, let's say, technology that you provide. What is your key focus as a business, and what are your goals, let's say, in numbers in the next 5 years? How many, you know, monuments would you like to digitize?
First of all, we work with city councils, museums, and foundations that have under their responsibility cultural heritage, okay, in which we provide the digitalization of heritage and at the same time, the generation of a digital library for preventive conservation of the monuments, the most important monuments of each city, the most relevant and the most difficult to heritage architect. I think that we have to be practical in our approach. And the second part is the transformation of those digital replicas which preserve and divulge into an asset that can be named as a heritage twin under the concepts of Europeana and digital and heritage twins right now in Europe. It's been very important to consider this as a parametric model to preserve the heritage and also use it as a way of archiving information related to each monument. And as a business model, we have already tokenized heritage in other countries. And in our city, we were responsible for tokenizing the first NFT file of history 2 years ago. So we have already demonstrated in little scale that we can do it, what we are dreaming of. And as the numbers depend, maybe each city is a case. So we consider that 15, 20 monuments per city must be digitalized, and not considering also the whole monument, but the parts of the monument that are more difficult to preserve. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much for everyone to be here today. Now the jury will evaluate the SMEs. So I asked the jury to come with me, and we'll discuss and get the evaluation. Meanwhile, Lola Bordas will be presenting, and a group of children will be presenting their projects. Meanwhile, we will be evaluating, and we'll be back in a few minutes. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Oh, it's been really amazing, all the presentations we have had in here. Really congratulations for all your job. And at the beginning of this morning, the Ignacio Carrao called something important in here, because today we are about tourism and about experience. So close your eyes, please. And then go up, see the roof, open your eyes, and see what a famous painter in Spain we have in Valencia, that is was called Sorolla, and that's why we are in the Sorolla place. So if we are speaking about experiences, I just want to do this experience for you because it's really amazing. And what we are going to do now is a thing that we really enjoy, we are really interested about, and we really think it's a wonderful thing, because we have the privilege of presenting now two exceptional teams from the Girls for Tech initiative, a program by the Finnova Foundation that aim at fostering STEM careers among young girls and boys. And these talented individuals that we are going to listen now have worked the innovative challenges under the Innovation Girls Finnova 2024. Now we have also Maria Jose Valero, that is the woman that is working this Innovation Girls Comunidad Valenciana here in Valencia, and she's really doing an exceptional team work. And that's it. And now we are speaking about the future of the entrepreneurship. We have been, you are entrepreneurs, and the future of the entrepreneurs, I think it's coming really, really fine, really fast, really good, because now we have these experiences. So first, please welcome team Soledad No Deseada with the Face Chat project that they have been the mention special in these challenges we have spoken about. Okay, a big please clapping your hands for this important team.
¿Se lo van intercambiando? ¿Sí? Vale. Hola, hola. Solo ese. Vale. Quien vaya hablando. ¿No sentís? ¿O quieren sentarse? Traemos una silla. No hace falta. No, da igual, da igual. No pasa nada. No les molesta solas.
We are Face Chat. Bye. Bye. Paloma Navarro, Nicolás Sorel, Salma Mesdui, Pablo Valero, and Juan Amo. Good morning. Our group is called Face Chat, and it's all about helping grandparents to not feel lonely. The purpose of this project is to help elderly people connect with others like them. Another goal is to recycle used clothes and sell them, or by engaging them with an activity. Also, the project is closely related to textile. We have a donation point where grandparents can donate used clothes, which we then recycle. We saw them on our web, and we organize activities with the grandparents to teach them how to remake the clothes.
A very important aspect of the project are the prizes. In our project, we will hold a raffle where the winner will have the opportunity to go on a week-long cruise with a family member or someone that he or she meet in the app.
The grandparents will have a system of writing with the stars. Also, we have more people want to hang out with you. But if you have more stars, will be less people want to hang out with you. Chat rooms. In chat rooms, people can talk in different rooms about different things. Right now, there are about 4 to 5 rooms where they can talk about movies, books, etc., etc. If you want to add new rooms, you just need to email us and we will try to add them. We also have a robot assistant that responds to everything you say. For example, if you ask him, "Hello, how are you?" she answers, "Hi, I'm very good." So if you don't want to talk with people in chat rooms, you can talk with our robot.
The application will cost €1 and it will be available in the Google Play and in the App Store. All process will go to the 2 tickets of the 2 lucky winners of the month.
Why it would be beneficial for them to use our application? It would be beneficial for grandparents to use our app because many of them are alone with no one to talk to. Also, they could connect with others and discuss things from their time. That's why we created our app, to make grandparents feel good. Let's not forget to mention the effort and commitment put into making the videos and the app. We worked together and supported each other, which has led significant improvements. Without this project, we wouldn't have strengthened our friendship or improved our work ethic. Thank you.
An amazing presentation. We are going to give you a diploma with my colleague, Patricia Cabanillas. She is the communication director of the Finnova Foundation. Okay, so please take a picture for her. Thank you, congratulations. So, that's okay? Yeah, ya podéis bajar. Please come in here now, the second team. Welcome to the Leaders of Tomorrow with Quinta project, please.
Okay, first we are going to presentation this in Spanish, okay?
Buenas tardes, nosotras somos Sara y Sofía y os vamos a exponer nuestra aplicación Quinta.
Estos son los diversos contenidos que vamos a tratar.
El problema que nosotras hemos detectado es que a menudo en los destinos turísticos hay mucha contaminación y falta de limpieza debido a la masificación de gente que los visita.
Nos enfrentamos a un problema que no tiene una solución a la vista. Por ello, desde Quinta queremos fomentar un nuevo turismo más sostenible y ecológico.
Estos son todos los objetivos del desarrollo sostenible que hemos trabajado. Destacan el 13 y el 17. Nuestra solución, Quinta, se presenta como un arma en esta lucha para acabar con la contaminación en el planeta, proponiendo la recolección activa de desechos tanto en ciudades como en espacios naturales. Todo esto va a estar respaldado por fundaciones, empresas que nos van a proporcionar materiales de limpieza, ya sean escobas, contenedores de basura.
Estamos decididas a que sea una solución tangible. Por ello, estamos decididas a que sea una solución tangible. Por ello, vamos a intentar reducir esos daños ambientales que hemos causado nosotros mismos.
Hemos decidido crear un incentivo. Los Quintas es nuestra moneda virtual que podremos cambiar por descuentos en el comercio local.
Y para saber si la solución era factible, concretamos una reunión con la alcaldesa de nuestro pueblo, la cual nos ayudó y nos apoya firmemente a seguir adelante con el proyecto.
Desde el proyecto de Tecnovisión Girls nos dieron dos alternativas, hacer una aplicación móvil o desarrollar una inteligencia artificial. Nosotros decidimos fusionarlo y hemos creado una inteligencia artificial que incluye tecnología de la IA.
La función de la inteligencia artificial en Quinta es comparar las imágenes previamente subidas del entorno sucio con las nuevas que se subirán instantáneamente limpias. Cuando vea que está bien hecho el trabajo, nos dará ese incentivo, los Quintas.
Después de mucha investigación, estos han sido proyectos similares que hemos encontrado. Como podéis ver, todos tienen al menos una característica igual que nuestra aplicación, pero no tienen todas.
Después de hablar con muchos expertos, este fue el feedback que nos dieron. En un principio, como podéis ver, íbamos a tener 3 perfiles, que acabamos simplificando en 2, turista y embajador. Y también decidimos añadir que se validaran las actividades y los eventos especiales que se suban para que todo fuera correcto.
Este punto lo hemos llamado nuestra familia y no nuestro equipo, por todas esas personas que nos han ayudado a llegar hasta aquí hoy.
Todo empezó el 23 de diciembre, siendo conscientes del problema que nosotras queríamos solucionar. Y así continuamos creando nombre, logo y pantallas de nuestra aplicación.
El 31 de enero quedamos con la alcaldesa de nuestro pueblo para comentarle la aplicación y dudas que tuviera. y seguimos mejorando el funcionamiento.
Del 2 al 5 de abril estuvimos trabajando y hablando con expertos en el bootcamp que se hizo en las naves.
A continuación, escribimos el guión del vídeo, lo grabamos y pensamos que sería buena idea hacer una prueba piloto de nuestras actividades con ayuda de nuestros familiares para ver si todo esto era factible de ejecutar.
El 24 de abril entregamos nuestra aplicación, Grindy, de la cual estamos muy orgullosas.
Pero no acabó ahí la cosa porque seguimos mejorando tanto su funcionamiento como su diseño. Además, creamos una página web que añadimos en la aplicación junto con su merchandising.
Y en un futuro, Grindy estará disponible para descargar en cualquier dispositivo.
Estas son las previsiones y la evolución de usuarios a lo largo de nuestro tiempo.
Aquí tenemos una gráfica del balance contable en 2024. Desde los meses de abril a diciembre. Como podéis ver, tenemos los beneficios, los ingresos y los gastos. Vale. Aquí primero, en este mes, en el de abril, tenemos un gran gasto, pero es por diversas inversiones que hacemos. Y como podéis ver, en los meses de verano y en Navidad tenemos un aumento de ingresos por el turismo.
Esta es nuestra proyección de ganancias a 5 años. Como podéis observar, la primera gráfica, la del 2024, coincide con la gráfica anterior. Como somos una asociación sin ánimo de lucro, todos los beneficios serán para la mejora de nuestra aplicación.
Vale, la aplicación va dirigida a los ciudadanos de la localidad, voluntarios, turistas y diversas empresas que se interesen.
Es una aplicación para reducir la contaminación en el planeta.
La expondremos a diversas fundaciones, ONGs, empresas y también la sacaremos en Play Store.
Aunque pensamos que este es un problema que tiene bastante visibilidad, no hay ninguna solución para erradicarlo.
La expondremos a diversas personas y en distintos lugares para ver si la ven factible de ejecutar.
Y aunque ya hayamos empezado a promocionarnos, seguimos porque creemos en ella.
Pues muchísimas gracias y
get gritty
and be part of the community.
Pues enhorabuena, efectivamente, una aplicación muy interesante y seguro que va a tener mucho recorrido. Creo que hemos llegado ya a la final de esta mañana tan interesante, intensa y emocionante en cualquier caso. Well, anyway, let me speak it in English. And please, I don't know if Adrián Noeda or Juan Revuelta is coming here to say who is the winner of the of all of you that have been spoken about your amazing projects. So thank you very much.
Okay, they gave me the chance to represent the jury. First of all, I want to thank all the participants for their great work and congratulate them for the very good projects that they have shown us. Some of them have shown us the possibility of local implementation, the goodwill of all the projects to actually represent their communities and also their objective to actually make these projects big. So we have had some difficulties at the beginning because of the differences that were between the projects. Some of them had technology involved, some of them had like social skills involved, and all of them were showing a really nice development for the future. So I want to say thank you and also good luck for the future. So among all the projects, we have evaluated that the project that has the most opportunity to to receive the award today would be Bankunst. So congratulations.
Bueno, nada, yo quiero darle gracias al Ateneo Mercantil que nos ha acogido. He's the representative of the Innovation Club of the Ateneo Mercantil, and we are going to work in new initiatives. Yes, why not?
Yes. Okay. So yes, so I come here representing the Innovation Club of Ateneo and getting some of the words that were initially spoken before. We are very open to receive collaborations and to actually increase the activities of innovation that we're doing here from the Ateneo. So we open any circumstances, anything that we can do. We've been showing for the past 10 years already. Okay, we have talked about innovation here in Ateneo, and we want to keep on going, increasing the number of projects that we have in-house. So welcome here, and we hope that we had a really good time. And thank you, Palma.
Thanks. Well, our compromise today, what we have tried to do is to create a hub. Today, it's a living lab, a hub, where I have learned a lot. Thank you very much for the inspiration. And okay, I believe in the occupational therapy. Then let's work for these nice projects. Let's try to work in any of the projects we have. I want to announce, because Adrian told me, that in the following, just for the participants of the 30 companies, we are going to offer more mentor hours for the 30 startups in the following. We have 7 months up to the closing of the meetup project, this Creative Europe. And okay, we are more than happy to listen that 30 companies to help to you to try to transform sometimes with public-private partnership. Why not to convince a mayor, a county council, what we call here Diputación, regional government, whatever. We can build up for some projects, because in Interreg, for example, it's mandatory that the leader is a public administration. But anyway, there are other calls, there are other programs, there are a lot of opportunities, and we are in common for innovation, Club of Innovation of Ateneo. Finova means Foundation for Financing Innovation. There are funding. We have the best potential international partners here with Cristina from Greece, Evaristo, with our partners from Slovenia. Okay, I hope that from today, in 1 year time, we will be able to say some results, concrete results. Perhaps we have submit a new Creative Europe projects, medium size or big size, whatever. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for all of you. Evaristo, merci bien. Gracias a todos. And thanks also for the people that are in the streaming. And of course, for all the team that has done possible this. I'm referring to the Enterprise M3, to Sergio Torcal, also for the operators. Thank you very much for the sound, for all the support, technical support, audiovisual support, also for my team that has been working hard here, Manuela, Lola Bordas, Patricia, of course, Adrian, and all our team here in Valencia that are here helping to do this event. And of course, for all the external alliance we have as Ateneo Mercantil, for our colleagues for coming here from Greece, from Slovenia. but also for people like Maria Jose from Technovision Girls and all of you. And a special applause for the children because you are the future and you have to learn to work in challenges. Thank you very much.